Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Carrie Wood, episode number 1. I'm the beautiful Carrie, and here's the elegant and beautiful, even more beautiful, Winning Potatoes.
Is that what you're doing? You're just going to pretend to be her now? And then it's like nothing changed.
I steal a man a week, and today, I just had to steal Winning Potatoes. Oh, he is so luscious. I want to play Portal 2 with him.
I feel so wanted right now. She's in chat. She just said what? Oh my god.
Listen. The drama on Twitter. Oh, you're missing. You're missing from the TV box. I wonder what happened. Oh,
wow.
I think I know
you
what
destroyed
happened.
my potato.
I think I know what happened.
You destroyed my potato. What is going on here?
Oh, no. I think I know what happened.
Is what happened you got angry with me and you were like, screw this guy, delete.
I ate him. No.
Wow.
I got a new hard drives because I've been waiting until like Black Friday and Cyber Monday to get like a huge hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
So I got me a Western Digital because I'm not getting those cheap Seagates that were like for a 3 terabyte, it was $84. And I'm like, what is this?
For 3 terabytes? Wow.
3 terabytes. I was like, no, I know why they're cheap. The Seagates are the ones that failed. The 3 hard drives that failed on me a couple months ago. And
dude, I've never had a hard drive fail, so I don't know how I feel. Wait, did I have one fail? I think I might have had one fail last year.
See, until it happens, because when it happens, your life changes. Okay, you're like, oh,
I need backups.
I need backups. I need to spend lots of money. Yeah, you get really worried because you'll spend like hours and hours getting footage, and you have some old footage from like back in the day. You record some Guild Wars 2 footage from back in the day or whatever, and you need it for a video. You go back, hard drive crashes, everything's gone, no way to recover it. Yeah. No, not about that life.
So wait, so you bought a 3 terabyte drive?
No, I bought a 4 terabyte drive. I bought a Western Digital. Yeah.
4 terabytes. Dude.
I never replaced the hard drives that crashed on me before, so I was struggling with one hard drive to put all my like my music, my downloads, my finished stuff that I put on YouTube, all my recordings all on one drive, and that just doesn't work.
Wait. Are you telling me you have backups of every YouTube video you make?
The good
Because
ones.
I don't have that, but I feel like I kind of want it.
The good. Well, I shouldn't say the good ones.
What's a good one though? What's a good one?
I can't believe I should have. I have copies of all my reviews and all my short films. And
is Yandere on there?
No.
Oh my god.
Yandere was just me messing around. And it goes to show that that's all people want is just fun little videos.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, my reviews and all that stuff is on there.
Speaking of YouTube, I have a question because I just went to YouTube to look at your channel because of what we were talking of, and I've had a bit of ickiness with my MCN. We both have.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, I'm in our email. By the way, I told you my end date was December-ish, early December. Turns out it's not. It's May, so I'm all right. Ish. I still got to wait for ages. But I've been in conversation. I've now got a message on YouTube saying we've worked with your MCN to include you in the YouTube Partner Program. What is that?
Everyone's getting this email.
What is it?
I don't know exactly. So in the beginning,
God, it's so bad.
Yeah, I haven't got one from Maker yet. But a couple of my friends, they got one from Curse. Another one got some people from TGN got theirs as well. And the YouTube Partner Program is the original program. You remember way back in the day?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it has something to do with YouTube Red and how they're changing things up now based on how much people watch your video now.
Gives you access to future revenue opportunities.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it has, I don't know the specifics for that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with YouTube Red.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
One question about it. Will it make me a millionaire?
Well, considering people listen to your videos and you have like a 20-minute video every single day, I would say yes, you are the target audience for this change.
So I'm gonna become a millionaire.
Not a millionaire.
Oh,
Because
well,
you
I
are
don't know
still
what I
on
wanna
Guild
do.
Wars 2, so there's no way that's gonna happen.
Well, Matt. I genuinely believe this podcast,
Right.
is going to be, from my perspective, the best podcast that will probably happen from all of last year and all of next year. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Why?
Because, so we didn't, so for people that aren't 100% aware, we didn't record last week. We didn't do a pod.
Yeah.
Matt went off to do some Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I've been a busy little bee.
Ooh.
And it's been pretty incredible. So what I want you to do is look at Skype. There is a RAW there. And I want you to grab that RAW. All right?
I'm grabbing it. No
Okay.
peeking, it says.
Yeah, it's called no peeking because I didn't want you getting it. It'll take a while to go through on Skype. Anyway, so I did something pretty cool. A lot of people who've been watching my stream already know what it is. You keep quiet, guys. If you're here, you keep quiet. You don't tell Matt what's going on.
Wait, is this something for the channel?
No. This isn't for the channel. This was purely motivated by the pod. It's going to be pretty cool. But also, you just mentioned Guild Wars 2, right?
All right.
Since the last stream, how many different games do you think I've played?
None.
None, really.
All right. Let me be modest. Maybe one.
I've played 4 different games.
Okay, wait a minute. How much time did you spend?
All right, one of them I only played for a very, 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 very brief amount of time.
Okay.
To be true.
Whoa,
But
you put stuff on the dock. Okay.
Wait, no, don't look at the dock. But the other one.
Okay.
One of them I actually completed.
All right.
And some other ones I'm doing okay with. So I'm wondering, what do you think I would have played?
Wait, is it new? Is it new?
One of them's old. One of them's sort of old.
All right.
All right. Come on, one of them's really easy to guess. Really easy to guess.
It's not gonna be Fallout 4.
No.
It's not gonna be Just Cause 3.
No. Are these games that you played?
Yeah, I played Just Cause 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, people always say that, but I was never really like, about it. And then
Just Cause is like the series of funny YouTube clips for me. Like I saw a GIF of somebody grappling cows to the blades of a windmill the other day, like a power generating windmill, and then the cows were swinging around with it, and it looked hilarious, and it just kept going and going and going.
Oh my gosh,
it was the best thing. I was like, this game's amazing.
Man,
come on. One of them's on the dock. Go on, have a look at the dock. I deliberately abbreviated all of them, so you might not be able to tell easily.
Lord of the Rings.
All right. Lord of the Rings is one of them. This is the game I haven't played. All right.
Well, I was gonna say X2, but hold up. Did you record X2?
Boom! You're damn right I have been. You're damn right. Okay, not quite recorded, but I've been playing a lot of it. Yeah. It's going back on.
Did you record it? Do you have like episodes ready to go?
I have the next like 5 or 6 episodes, the content of them completely ready to go. Not ready to upload, but ready to record and then get done. So it's not as close, people. Don't freak out. It's not as close as you might think. But I've been playing a lot of X2. Yeah. Getting back on board. Watched the entire old series that I did. Got used to it. Figured out what I didn't like about the old series. Loads of stuff. It's been great. All right, one game. What about the others? Lord of the Rings.
What do you mean Lord of the Rings?
All right. The Lego game. So we had a Steam sale going on. What a cool sale! I was looking at the Steam sale quite a lot. And it was the exploration sale, and I bought 2 different games of it. Well, okay, so one day they had Lego games, and for like a pound, like £1.30, you could buy like all the Lego games, like all the different Lego games you wanted. Like each was £1.30. I was like, man,
are you kidding me? I missed this.
Yeah, and I remembered loving one of the Lego games, the Harry Potter Lego game. So yeah. I looked up, I found this really long review from this person who'd played loads of them, and he said the very best Lego game is Marvel Lego, which I got. And apparently that's really good because you can play loads of different characters and all kinds of crazy stuff. But the other really, really, really good one is Lego Lord of the Rings. And I looked at YouTube videos of Lego Lord of the Rings, and that game looked insane. I was like, dude, this is the coolest thing that I will ever buy. You're peeking. What are you doing?
No, I'm putting it all up because don't you know Windows 10? It has this photo app that doesn't work properly. It always freezes the stream, so I have
This
to
is
open it up
outrageous.
in Paint.
This
So
is outrageous.
I'm not looking at it. I'm just.
Well, this
opening
is
all of them.
ruined. This is ruined. You've ruined the surprise.
Just keep going. It's
You've
fine.
ruined the best
I
podcast
haven't seen it.
of 2016
I
is
haven't-
now ruined.
I haven't
All
seen it. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Anyway, so yeah, Lego games. Boom. Big on my list at the moment. Looks absolutely awesome. Here's the one that I think you're going to be really interested in. Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, okay. Did you finish it?
No.
How much did you play?
Well, I can tell you exactly how much I played on Steam. I've played an hour of it.
That's not enough for anything, dude.
You told me it was a short game.
Yeah, it's a short game, but not that short. It's like 6 hours or
I was
so.
expecting to order. No. All right, I may have only played an hour, but I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. I thought it was really, really good. I was really enjoying myself. I've been getting a bunch of the pickups. I'm constantly going back to previous areas and like making sure I kill the enemies. I'm like, oh wait, can I go through the water yet? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it goes to that bit where it zooms the map out and you realize you go to like the water area and you're gonna go to the volcano area and all that kind of stuff. Cool game. I have to be honest. I've thoroughly been enjoying it so far. I've not finished it, but your recommendation stands.
It's pretty damn good, and you should finish it.
Are you a bit disappointed that it didn't have me wrapped in after an hour and I stopped?
Yes, a bit. I'm a bit
Really?
disappointed. A bit.
Really? So
Yeah.
next week, if I've not played anymore, will you just be like, oh, that wooden potatoes?
Yeah. He always just plays the garbage games and never the good real games, right?
Well, yeah, okay, but I'll try the good ones for a little while. The game that I did finish was Telltale's Walking Dead Season 1. That's one of my that's one of my favorite games, and I had to show Kerry it, so we played through that. This is one of those things. It's like the discussion we had before. She technically played it, but come on, like I was watching it the whole time with her, making decisions with her. Well, I made her make her. Come on, it still counts, dude. It still counts.
It does not count. Like you're
How
all
doesn't
delayed.
it count?
You're all
This is
delayed and
what-
stuff. You're
No,
doing it over
there's
Skype.
no delay. There's no delay.
How there's no delay? Oh,
Well,
I guess Skype is not that much.
Yeah, there's no delay. It was absolutely fine.
That means
It
we
was
could,
cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was about to say we could play it until dawn, but no. There's more delay on the actually you seeing it.
You on Walking Dead, you have to take time to answer questions, but still. And I'm kicking on that game as well. But for some reason, I don't have much of a drive in me to play Season 2 still.
It was free on PSN, so I grabbed it. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It was free for the month of November, so if you missed it, you missed it. But I grabbed it, so maybe I'll play it again. I was just telling my wife yesterday. I was like, we're gonna have to play it through the first one again. She was like, no, we don't, no, we don't. Like I was more emotional than she was. Did you cry again? Did Carrie cry?
No, I didn't cry again. No, she was not in. She was not as into it as I was the first time I played it. I was like getting really sad. She liked the game. I'm 100% sure she really liked the game. But like, it's one of those things where like when I first played it, I didn't cry, but I had tears come into my eyes at the end of the game, and it was like sad
there's a difference.
stuff.
There's a difference.
No, but it was
Wait a
sad stuff. It was like if I'd really pushed myself
Crying.
or blinked too much, I would have been crying. Do you know what I mean? Right? So it really impacted me. And like, I don't know, there were some scenes that were really sad to me or really interesting and she just found kind of funny. And I was like, no, like secretly inside, like, why don't you feel such emotion? See, look, she says it's because I'm a wuss. I don't know.
Crying is the shedding of tears in response to an emotional state. So you don't have to necessarily be you can still just shed one tear is still crying.
You don't have to be hysterical. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't like hysterical. I was just a few tears, a few of them. Quite a bit.
Yeah. It's a great game, man. That's one of my favorite games. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It was really cool seeing the alternate decisions as well, because that game got a little bit ruined for me. There's a point early on where you have to make a decision about some supplies, whether you take them or not. And based on the decision I made, it made the end of the game kind of weird and shoehorned in. But then I got to see like the different perspective because she picked a different one and stuff. So it was nice. It was a nice experience. But I mean, come on, it's pretty good, right? The amount of games I've been playing.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean,
I don't
all
think
seriousness, like for real. Like, I mean, you don't have time when you're doing a video a day, especially for one game.
Yeah, but that's
so.
the thing. I missed 3 videos on the raid week when raids originally came out,
Ooh.
and I missed I missed a video yesterday as well. They've been slipping, man. The
Ooh.
audience is leaving very, very, very quickly.
Well, there you go. That's the realness. That's the realness of it.
Actually, it's making me think. There's another thing I want to do. I've been thinking a bit more about world building again recently, and just for fun, as a perspective thing, I ended up sketching out just a couple of hours ago a perspective concrete duck series where I build a world with people, kind of like Bob Ross style, but world building. It'd be amazing. It'd be really cool. But anyway, I'm kind of hyped on that as well at the moment. So I'm just dropping video games. I'm doing world building full time.
So what is this picture? What's up?
All
with
right.
I'm on the first one. Bonus one.
All right.
Bonus
one.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, Christmas is coming up. So I've been doing a lot of shopping recently, doing interesting stuff while I'm going shopping.
Okay.
All right. And I just wanted to show you what I'm doing for Christmas. So these are just bonus fun little pictures. This is picture 1. Feel free to zoom out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big fish. It's a whole salmon. My younger brother is a great chef. And hopefully people will notice that's from Morrison's, the fishmonger. That bad boy's going to get frozen. A whole salmon. I'm wondering what you do with that salmon, Matt.
I wouldn't have bought it in the first place.
So you wouldn't know what to do it? Because I got no idea what to do with it.
Well, I was watching a little bit of that guy, the yeah boy guy.
Oh yeah,
and he was cooking some red snapper, and he didn't even take off the scales, man. He just
Really?
shoved some sauce in there and some lemons, and he made a sound, and it was cooked.
People are saying chop off his head. I heard apparently you don't chop off his head. You just scoop its eyes out or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's weird.
He didn't even do anything. He just took it.
Oh.
He just cut it. Put some stuff in the slits, and it was good to go.
That's weird.
Yeah,
but yeah,
weird.
all right. That's a big fish, by the way. That's over 3 kilograms of fish. That's almost 4 kilograms of fish. That's a big fish on a big freezer there. Next picture is the other bonus one, just to show you the food locker style situation we got going on here. This is all Christmas food. So we've got a big old gammon joint there, frozen full salmon,
big old turkey.
giant big turkey, and then just some sausages because, you got to get the pork in there somewhere as well. They're going to get wrapped in bacon.
Or it's just that you like sausages.
Sausages are delicious. In fact, that specific brand of sausages are quite nice as well. So anyway, those are your bonus pictures. That's the meat festa. What do you think of that? Oh, and there's a leg of lamb in there as well. Leg of lamb as well.
Lego lamb. Legolas. All right. So, wow. Whoa. Cauliflower. That's a weird picture for you to show me. Cauliflower.
All right.
Got a little bit of greens in there. What's going on?
So let's start this off. All right. What did you have for Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh! I had pictures. Damn it! I
really?
knew I forgot about something. Yeah. Okay. So I made macaroni and cheese.
Really?
I made macaroni and cheese. I made sweet potato pie, which was
sweet potato pie. Can you
amazing.
Google that for me so we can see what sweet potato pie looks like?
You never had sweet potato pie?
Sweet pie is not really a thing we have much in the UK. If we have pie, it's more like beef pie and stuff like that.
Pie.
Savory pies.
All right, so this is what sweet potato pie looks like.
Oh damn, son!
I don't know if I took a picture. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of the pie.
Did yours look as good as what Google comes up with?
Yes.
Really?
It was exactly the same.
Exactly. I got it from Google.
It was exactly the same. But if people don't know, I'm vegan.
Yeah, right.
I also had my famous Russian potato salad, but that's what my wife usually cooks every Thanksgiving.
What's in a sweet potato pie? What is that?
There is
And why is there cream just dolloped on it? What is that?
It's probably like whipped cream. Some people like. I mean, some people really love. I really love cream cheese frosting. It's like the best frosting.
Cream cheese. Are we talking about like cream fraiche?
What? Cream fraiche?
Cream fraiche. Yeah.
No. Cream cheese. That's what it's
called.
called.
Apple pie. Yeah, it's totally a thing. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. But I think that was it. That sweet potato pie, macaroni and cheese, stuffing, and some really good tofu that I've pretty much mastered at this
Okay.
point. That was my Thanksgiving dinner that I made, and then I brought some of that food over to my friend's house. We always go to my best friend's house for dinner, and they always accommodate us because they really like my wife's Russian potato salad. They're like, oh my God.
Which you have talked about on the pod before.
Yeah.
It's so famous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. And I gotta say, the stuff we cooked, the macaroni cheese especially, oh my God, it's so good. Like it's weird how I created cheese. I used a baked potato. I used a little bit of nutritional yeast. Well, a lot of nutritional yeast. That's what gives it like the cheese flavor. Then some cashews and like just carrots.
So you faked cheese?
I guess what you could consider fake cheese, but it has the taste of cheese.
Wow,
I
that's
actually
crazy.
quite like the flavor. My little sister is the only one. She was like, "It's not real cheese. It's not real." You know. And
Wow.
she was like, "Oh, like skipping."
Oh, this was the first time you'd seen her in ages as well, right?
Oh my gosh, she's almost taller than me.
Yeah, this is what you said before you left. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 years old and she's almost taller than me. I haven't seen her in 2 years, so it was
It's
great.
not that she's wearing heels or
No,
high boots.
no, she's just tall. She's just tall, like my
Damn.
yeah, like my stepdad. Really, really tall. So, Thanksgiving was pretty good. I forgot what I was gonna mention. Because
More about the cheese. The cheese.
The cheese was good. Cheese was good.
What you can accomplish as a vegan.
Yeah, I know. Arguably, people will say, "Oh, you shouldn't try to copy recipes as a vegan," but I just wanted to do like Thanksgiving food, just to try it out, and it actually worked pretty well. And the reason why I made sweet potato pie is because, first of all, I love sweet potato and pumpkin pie. I like them both. It depends on who makes it, because not one is made the same. Like you got to get that home cooked pie. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
As a vegan, you don't deal with things that are alive, right?
No.
But yeast is technically alive. What do you think about that?
Yeast is technically alive. Explain that.
Well, yeast is a living thing.
Well, I don't know. This is the first time
Is it more? It also has a brain because plants as well are totally on the table.
Yo, listen. I am vegan, not for saving the animals. That's
Wow, Jesus. It's
So,
true, actually. It's
I'm
true
not.
that you do it for health. Actually.
I do it for health. I don't do it for and it's so weird. I think I've mentioned this many times before, but like especially with like my mom was just the first time my mom came and I was vegan, so we go to the restaurant and she's having pizza, and I told her already, I was like, it's gonna be weird for you because I don't care about eating socially. Okay, I'm not forced to eat anything. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I like to be healthy. I like to be able to move in the morning because of the periodic process. I like being vegan. Like, it's just how it is. There's nothing that's going to stop me from like, oh my gosh, I need that pizza. Nothing is going to stop me from that. So it's going to be very awkward for you.
Make the counter argument?
It's going to be very awkward for you when I say I'm not eating anything and you're going to sit there and eat and I'm not going to be eating anything. And it's just very awkward for everyone. And everyone feels so weird when you're like, oh, you're vegan. Oh my gosh. And and by the way, people who are at restaurants, if you're a waiter, learn the damn menu. Learn what's in your
do
food.
A lot of people not know what to say when you ask for the vegan options?
No, literally they don't even know what vegan is.
Oh,
they
God.
think vegan and they mix vegan and vegetarian together. So I have to treat them like an idiot. I'd be like, it has to have no egg or dairy. Egg and dairy are the same thing, but I have to say things separately. No milk, no egg, no dairy at all. Nothing. It's just like you have to repeat yourself. You have to make sure you have. It's best for you to just do the research. It's just if you're allergic to peanuts or whatever like that, don't count on your waiter. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm
Eating
pretty
out
sure a lot
must
of
be
people know
nightmare. Eating out must be a nightmare when you're on a very strict, very specific diet.
Yeah, if you're allergic or whatever, like you just gotta be careful. But you have to go to those nice. You gotta go up north in Georgia to the nice white people stores because they actually understand what's in their food. I'm sorry. That's just how it is here in Georgia. In Miami, it's not like that. You know, we all colors, all shapes and sizes. They're all like it doesn't matter. But here in Georgia, it feels like racism is like there's segregation.
Why do you believe that is?
Because I guess Georgia is more southern than Florida is.
Well, it's central southern, right? Like, people don't think of Florida as a southern state.
Yeah, because Florida, I grew up with just everybody. Like, there was no one person. Everyone was mixed together. There were interracial marriages and couples. Like, none of that was weird. But here in Georgia, it's just like everyone's freaking racist. It's so ridiculous. It actually annoyed me to the point I feel like moving back, but I'm too. See,
that's a weird kind of racism you're talking about as well, because it's not people like spitting in the faces of each other. It's just like annoying, like
and
splitting up of people.
And there's a lot of stereotypical people here on both sides, so it's a lot of that going on. Yeah, Georgia is weird, man. Georgia is weird. I don't know if I necessarily like Georgia, but I like it for, I don't know.
You seem to like it a whole lot less now that you're in that house, where it's like even worse.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't even thinking about that until now. No, it's always been that way since the first time I came here. I was kind of in that type of area. But anyways, the pictures,
all right.
the pictures.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's Matt's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, I'm thinking to myself, all right. I obviously over here in the good old UK. We don't give a damn about any of that. We've got no one to be thankful for except ourselves. And we're proud of that. So we don't celebrate the evening. We do whatever the hell we want. And I'm thinking to myself, I kind of want to eat pizza.
I see the salt. I see the egg.
Yeah. But I haven't had one for a while. I wonder what Matt would think of this. So, what do those ingredients say to you, Matt?
It's cauliflower pizza. That's as soon as I see that, I think cauliflower
pizza base. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to watch. And what I did was I watched your video. So for people that don't know, about a year ago, Matt did a healthy gamer video where he was kind of talking about some of the food you can eat to stay healthy as a video gamer, as someone who lives a very sedentary life. And he did a variant of pizza where instead of using a very carby, regular bready dough, instead you turn a cauliflower, as you can see, into the dough. And I've always looked at that and I've been like, what is this? This is mental. Why would I want to do this? But I was curious. So I watched your video, Matt. I got your shopping list. I went to the store. I got a variety of things, but these are the important ingredients here. So we got some salt. We got a single head of cauliflower. I think a single egg there, and some garlic puree. You said garlic would go nice in it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just got garlic puree. All right. So next picture. I'm on a bit of a delay. So what are you looking at now?
All right. I am looking at. I forgot I had to zoom out. I'm looking at the cauliflower all stripped up now.
All right, so this is me slowly going through it. All right, as you click through the pictures, I just want you to talk, Matt, about how I'm doing, what you value of my technique, and explain to people what I'm doing and why.
All right. Well, he's cutting up the cauliflower because you don't want the stem. You don't want the stems. I think you cut the tips too much. You got to get in there. You can't waste the cauliflower.
I'm not wasting it.
I'm just saying, so you got to get in there.
You think I could have got a bit more white cauliflower?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
A little bit of that,
What we got next?
And now you're blending it. You put it in a food processor, it seems.
Yeah.
That's a nice one there.
Thank you very much. A little bit messy. Yeah. Pictures always
messy
make it
is always good.
So we got it in there. This is really weird, guys.
This?
I don't know if you've ever compressed it. All right, now, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's what?
That sauce, it looks weird. It looks like...
Sauce? Oh, yeah. So it's blended up. It gets really fine, and it looks really good. Then this is the sauce. All right. So there's two things here. There's number one, can you make a good pizza base out of cauliflower, right? Then there's number two, can I make a good pizza? So this here is my attempt at doing a homemade tomato base, a sauce for the pizza. So what I've got there.
Did you look it up on the internet?
No. I just went ham with it. All right. So this is what we've got. Okay. We have got ripened tomatoes, like cherry tomatoes chopped up, some tomatoes out of the tin. But then I still didn't have too much there. So there's also a little bit of Domino's salsa, mild salsa.
All right. I tend to do that sometimes too as well. Yeah, a little bit.
Some tomato puree. All right. Now, what I don't realize at this point is that sauce is very strong. But there you go. That's the sauce. Moving on.
All right.
What we got next?
Here? We got. Okay. So now you're putting it onto the cheesecloth. You actually got cheesecloth.
No. I never got any cheesecloth. You were like, "Oh, do it with I don't have any cheesecloth, but I'm just gonna do it with a towel."
Yeah, you can do it.
All right, so here's the idea, guys. What you do is you cook the cauliflower in a saucepan, just for a little while to soften it up a bit, and then basically you need to put in this stuff called cheesecloth, and you wring it out. You know, like if you've got a wet flannel, you wring it out, and you're supposed to get as much of the moisture away as possible out of the cauliflower. But you're supposed to use cheesecloth. I didn't have any either, but Matt was like, "Oh, I just use a tea towel, so it's fine." So I try it with a tea towel, and that's what I'm doing here. I ripped 2 tea towels doing this. Pretty terrible. The tea towels were like disaster situations. Once you've
dollar store.
Yeah, they were just pretty bad. Once you've squeezed it out, you can put it in the pan like that. That's what it looks like. At this point, I'm really worried because at this point, I'm kind of like, oh, man. Matt's video, it definitely didn't look like this. I'm a bit concerned. His was actually a little bit spongy or whatever. It's at this point in the video that Matt goes, "Oh, it's starting to look a little bit like dough." And I was just looking at this mess in the bowl, and I was like, this doesn't look like dough at all. Oh, God. Okay, so what we got next?
Oh, gosh. All right. We got... Is this in the bowl? Oh, okay. Now you're mixing it together. Okay.
All right.
So you got a little bit of egg. You got a little bit of pepper. You got a little spice and things going on.
Crack the egg in and stuff. At this point, Matt said in the video that you could add a little bit of whatever you want. I think I went with the same thing you suggested. But Matt also said you can use cheese. Now, looking online at this later, people don't generally just make it cauliflower based. It's cauliflower cheese based. But Matt was like in the video, it's fine. Don't worry about the cheese. You don't need it. The cheese helps it hold together a bit more. And I was like, all right, I'll trust Matt. They hold together. So what that egg does is just binds it a bit, guys. So yeah, I'll mix it all up. And after this, we're supposed to have a dough.
Yeah, supposedly. Now, did you really drain out that cauliflower, though?
I tried to as best I could.
No, that's not an answer. Okay, so this is what you got. You got left with.
But two tea towels were ripped. I didn't want to rip another one. It was outlandish. All right, so we get the dough. We can put greaseproof paper on a pan.
Wait.
And you just
this is parchment paper?
Yeah. We call it greaseproof paper, though.
Really?
All right. Yeah. And then you flatten it out with the balls of your hand, and you try and make some like a disc. What you won't realize from Matt's video is this thing's tiny. This is like pathetically small. This isn't a pizza. All right. Take it from a pizza lover. This is small. What you want is 2 cauliflowers, 2 eggs, and that stuff. Then you're gonna get a nice size thing. All right. I would say that. Not to discredit Matt's recipe or anything.
I
think
do
if
too.
I do it again.
I do too sometimes as well.
Yeah. All right, but there you go. We whack it in the oven, and how does it come out?
Did it come out good? It looks like it did.
You're damn right it did. This thing was like a dough, and I got a picture here of me actually having it on a palette knife, and like just to show you guys, this stuff's flexible.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird how you can turn a cauliflower. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm impressed. I was like, wow, damn, this is some serious dough right here.
And this is where you throw all the healthiness out the window, right here, right?
All right, this is where I make it a pizza, bro. It's still low carb. What I made was low carb, and that's what I was going for. All right,
low carb,
I don't care about fat.
Lots of cheese for the calories, like I did on the video.
So we put the tomato base over it. You get some cheese, pepperoni that I bought. I actually put another one in the middle after this picture, and then cheese over the top of that too. All right. And then we throw it in the oven and check out how it looks when it comes out.
Oh, wow. Check that out.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. It looked pretty good.
I think I got the final picture is like one of the slices, and I reverse it just to show the base and how it's sticking to the base, and it's all okay. But here's the thing. All right?
How did it taste?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Really?
Awful. Horrible. Worst pizza I've ever had in my life.
You're lying.
Disgusting. No. I'm not lying. All right, and here's the problem. All right?
Okay.
The dough's good. The idea of the cauliflower dough, it's brilliant. What I did, though, to mess up was I loaded that dough up with lots of garlic puree, and lots of like herbs and spices, thinking, oh, I'll give it some flavor. Cauliflower doesn't taste of anything, right?
Oh,
Then
no.
the same with the tomato paste. A lot of garlic puree, just basically way too much. Lots of salt and pepper. So this was like the richest, most thick, decadent pizza that, like, maybe if you had half of a single slice, you'd be like, yeah, that tastes all right. But in general, it's just really overpowering, sickly, and like basically the worst pizza I'd ever eaten.
Dang.
But it's my fault. It was my fault for the garlic puree and stuff.
Well, see, once you start branching out and you start actually cooking for yourself, and actually start doing some
well, yeah,
crazy
next time I'll know. Next time I'll know.
You kind of know how much salt you put in. Like, oh my God. I remember messing with the kosher salt for the first time. You ever had kosher salt before?
No.
All right, 1 teaspoon of that is different compared to 1 teaspoon of like sea salt. Like, if you put too much, everything will just be salty. Like, it will just be yeah.
Like if you overpower on an ingredient, like I mean, you could ask Kerry this. Like the first couple of slices I had, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good, but it really went downhill very, very, very fast, and I seriously regret eating it just because it's too overpowering. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, the thing is, what I learned with cooking like tons of recipes ever since, like now that I'm up to like baking pies now, vegan, and I'm pretty happy. Being vegan has actually like pushed me to actually do stuff for myself in the kitchen, because all I do is cook now. And it's weird that like you could literally create any taste you want just with the right spices. But that's
crazy.
Like anything. You can make anything taste like
dude. You should
tacos.
just start a cooking show. Just start a cooking show.
Nah,
I'm serious.
I'm good. I'll stick.
Vegan healthy gamers. Think about how big that audience is. Think about it.
There is an audience for vegan stuff now. Like you see a lot of growing people, but like mostly the gaming vegan community is not really big. All right, it's not really big. Most gamers like to eat like junk stuff.
Yeah, and you damn do.
Yeah, and so it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
I have been keeping up my generally healthier shops, generally healthier eating. I gotta say, I feel like I've got a bit more energy as well. It's good. It's not bad. Huh? It's not bad.
So you've been avoiding carbs? That's what you've been
carbs doing? Mostly, yeah. Just keeping low on carbs. And not snacking. Basically, those are the only 2 changes.
And you've been consistent now for like a month and a half now?
Oh no, dude! Like 3 weeks maybe. I'd only just started on the last pod we did, and we had 1 pod off. But there you go.
Did you drop some pounds or anything like that, or you feel?
Actually, I have. I've been I wouldn't still be doing it if I hadn't started dropping pounds. Actually, I have.
Wow! So you need to be like getting results for.
Yeah, screw that, man. Screw that. Who would want to give up all the delicious food in the world, right? Like, think of a delicious food. Probably can't eat it if you're trying to cut down on carbs. Probably can't do it.
Everything is carbs. Well, especially here in America.
Unlike you, I can have breakfasts of bacon and eggs and stuff like every day and feel totally fine because there's basically no carb in any of it, which is great.
Well, I guess, I mean, people will feel this is weird, but I just feel better eating like a big old salad. Like, I always feel better in the morning. Or making me like I'm making this like ginger banana smoothie, green smoothie that tastes amazing. It's funny because my mom and my sister came over for the week, and she said, "Oh, I'll eat what you eat," right? And I was like, "You sure about that?" So I made this green smoothie, and my sister is extremely picky. Like, she just sees me stuffing like all this like spinach inside of the blender. She's like, "Oh no, I don't." No. And I'm like, it's fine. Just hands, just stuffing it in there. And then I, put like 1 banana, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of almond milk, put a little cubes of ice to give it a chill, blend that sucker up. And she was just like, she gets it a little peck, and she was like, "Oh." Yeah, I was like, "You don't taste the spinach, do you?" And like, "No." I'm like, "Yep, there. See, it's not that bad."
How does she eat?
She's very picky, and she likes to eat junk most of the time. If you're listening,
that's not good. That's not good.
No, that's not good. She runs track as well, so I'm gonna try to force her. No, there's no forcing. I'll try to get her to eat a little bit healthier, and the way you do that is, showing other people that you can make things taste good and still get your, what you need in your body for the day. I mean, just one of those, like, is could change your life compared to like just not eating any vegetables, which is like most people do. Yeah.
Do you think most people, like, I'm always weirded out.
In America, nobody eats vegetables, man.
See, there's this weird thing. I used to know this guy, right? After my parents got divorced, my mother was dating this guy, and he never ate vegetables. He was massively overweight, constantly tired, had no energy, and he was always like, he just wouldn't touch. The only vegetable he'd have were potatoes. Was it? And I was like, how does this act? Like, genuinely, like, I look back on my childhood, and I don't think I was ever super forced into vegetables, but that, they can be tasty. I remember being a young kid and thinking lettuce and cucumber and stuff like that was too bitter, and I didn't like it. I was still not a huge fan of cucumber, but like, it blows my mind how old people can get. And like, I saw a post from someone saying, I'm still trying to learn how to eat veg. You're trying to learn how to eat veg. I don't like salads. I mean, what is this? Like, I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just getting old and stupid, and I'm finding it too hard to sympathize with other outlooks on life.
It depends on the culture, I think. It depends on the culture. I mean,
it's so weird, though.
Yeah, when I hear people, like, in real life that say that, and I'm like, there's no way for me to explain that,
Yeah.
There's no way for me to explain it because I know what it is to not like certain foods and then like it because I just changed everything. And I've done that so many times during my life when I was trying to figure out a way for my body to react well so I can live my life properly, that I've tried so many things, paleo and all this craziness, and like downright it's like just for me was getting my vegetables done. And I didn't know how good it would feel until I did it. And there's a lot of people who say, it all depends on your body, of course, obviously. Some people need more bread. Some people need more potatoes or whatever, more potassium, more iron, whatever, to balance out your body. And I think it's always just a good balance would kind of help your ness. But there's no way for me to say, if you just try, just give it a month, you might fix some of your problems. Not all, but some of the problems you've been having. Like, I have allergies like my wife had, or, I get aches in my knees or whatever. It's just like something so simple, people just rather live the way they want to and not change anything about their life. But I'm going to be preaching here, so let me just stop. Let me just stop now.
In other news, somebody just linked me in chat a pizza, which is the idea of a low-carb pizza, where instead of having an idea of a dough at all, instead of messing about with all the cauliflower and stuff, you literally just basically make a big burger and you put the pizza on top of it. And it looks amazing.
Show me the link.
Yeah. I'll link for you in Skype chat right now.
Oh, God.
There's a pizza. Look at this. I mean, you as a vegan, pretend you're not vegan for a little while.
Uh-huh.
Also, don't get on the, the archaic and foolish, fat is bad for you train.
Oh, that's a burger on the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like burger meat, like a burger patty that's been pushed down a lot. So it
looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
People must think I'm so terrible. People see me for the first time.
Wait, why? Why would people think that?
Yeah. No, I was like, it looks fine. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel weird now. I feel weird when it comes down to meat, I guess.
Oh, is it the high horse? Trust me, dude. I'm the king of the high horse.
No.
All you got to do is embrace the high horse.
No high horse.
And just talk down to people. That's all you got to do.
No.
Just talk down to them.
No.
They'll appreciate it.
Not high horse. That is not what I'm saying. Anyways. No, definitely not that. Definitely not that. There's no such thing as trying to be vegan and high horse at the same time. That is like a meme at this point,
Yeah.
It's like a meme. I'm talking about healthy eating, not eating vegan.
It's like, what's that car? It's like driving a hybrid car, right? Like, people are like, all high horsey about it, right?
Anyways,
I'm saving the environment. What are you doing?
Before Twitch takes us off the air,
We
What?
talked plenty about games.
We did? Oh, I didn't talk about anything I was playing. That's what it was.
Ooh, okay.
All right, all right. Since, all right, so you've been playing... I've been playing LittleBigPlanet 3, okay? This is a game that me and my wife play a lot. LittleBigPlanet, we always play through these games. I think we might have played only a little bit of 2. No, I think we finished it. But anyways, we got 3, and it's a great experience. And that's what I was reminded of when Carrie said she wanted to play Portal 2 with you. Because I was just like, I've been having a blast with my wife with LittleBigPlanet, and my wife is actually getting a little bit better at games and stuff. So it's just like, I've been having a blast.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How LittleBigPlanet is like user created levels though, right? Is it a bit like Mario Maker, or is there an actual campaign that comes with it? What's the deal?
There's a campaign that comes with it.
Which one are you playing? LittleBigPlanet what?
3.
There's 2, aren't there?
3.
3. There's 3.
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
Yeah, that came out quite a bit ago, like last year maybe. I don't know.
So you're playing this for the campaign?
Yes. Well, it's because me and my wife enjoyed it way back, so I wanted to get it again. And the PlayStation 4 controllers were on sale for $20 off, and there's no way I'm passing that up. Because I don't have I always have at least 2 controllers for each system that I have. And I need another controller. So, and we always wanted to play LittleBigPlanet 3 that came out. It was like $60 at the time. I was just like, I'd rather pay $15 for it. The bargain bin deal, like Black Friday had. I got it for $15, which is amazing. But LittleBigPlanet, it has a campaign. It has like there's always like overworld voice actor guy, British guy that always talks, and he tells you how to play the game and stuff like that. It has like the same style. This time you play like you could change your body. You don't have to be a Sackboy. You could be like a dog and a bird, and they all have different abilities.
Are they still Sackboy style, or are they?
Yeah, they're Sackish, but they're just different now. Okay. And you can still customize and stuff like that. It's basically it's a collectathon while adding some challenge as well. You get little checkpoints, and if you die like 4 times during the checkpoints, you have to start all over, stuff like that. Like there's a little bit of challenge. It's a lot of platforming, a lot of cool mechanics that they added in part 3. Like a gun that shoots and sucks air, and it like they add puzzles, that match that, and boss battles that match that as well. Like just really, really cool stuff, and weird characters. Really weird and wacky characters that don't make any sense. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game. You could also it's kind of like Mario Maker, where you could kind of make levels, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
How
know if it's the
complicated is it
same.
making levels though? Because like I've heard of people being like, "Oh, I remade all of Final Fantasy VII in Mario Maker. Go for it." In LittleBigPlanet, go for it. And crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, but you can really do some really ridiculous stuff. And I think it was like, I think they were sporting that the whole story was made kind of with like the maker or something like that. I might be wrong with that. I think I might be wrong with that statement. But like you could do some really cool like cinematic shots and really cool races, and there's a lot that you can't do in Mario Maker. Because it's a Mario game, this one there's a lot more things that are possible. Not to say that one is better than the other.
Do they actively update this? Because I've noticed with Mario Maker, they're constantly throwing in updates that just add more and more functionality.
Oh no,
like
this is an older
checkpoints.
game. This is an older game.
Really?
I don't think there's any updates anymore. At least from my understanding. I don't
So
know.
what are they going to do a 4?
I wonder. I don't know how the sales were. Because I feel like the
I
first
remember a lot
one,
of hype about the original one.
Yeah, exactly. The first and the original one was like, oh my gosh, LittleBigPlanet, PS what 3 was
System
PS3
seller.
Yeah,
PS3. Yeah.
System seller, blah blah. Like that was like a big thing. I remember. Oh, I remember OneUp.com. That was the site back then when I used to listen to video game sites. Anyways, they used to do like this video game review where they sit down and they just talk about stuff. The bald guy left, but it's fine. Anyways,
Bald guy.
Yeah,
Does he have a name?
Yeah, I totally forgot his name. He works for like a company now. It's great to see people move on though.
You work for. Yeah, it's funny. When I was watching, I I was watching one of Richie's streams, and you guys used. What was the podcast you used to do with Richie?
Guildcast.
Yeah, and like everyone except you and Richie now, everyone's like moved on.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
that was originally on Guildcast. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd make you feel bad there for a second.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would want to work for a website though. Wouldn't that be weird? Or what would I do?
Well, how does that even work?
I wonder what, man. If I were to get a job at a game design place, what? All right. What would your job be? But for me, I feel maybe I would like to be in charge of like testing the games.
Ugh, testing? Are you serious?
Not like the regular testing, like a little bit more than
like
just
privilege
a tester.
testing, where you can stop when it gets boring, right?
No. Like, I guess no. Game designer role is too big. It's too big because I didn't finish school for that. That's too big. That's too ambitious. Maybe
I think there's too much that would be constraining. I think it'd be really hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a pessimist, but I feel like just going into any franchise, like let's say you're a huge Fallout fan, and you're like, I want Fallout 5 to be set in France, all right? And you're really pumped about it. You're even talented. You know what you're doing. You apply for a job at Bethesda. You don't just come in at the top. You can't make actual decisions, really. And I'm a bit of a pessimist. I think even on the broad scale like that, and even on low-level decisions, I feel like because a lot of stuff gets designed by committee, you're never going to get your foot in and make meaningful change in the way that you ever envisioned it, right? So
yeah,
that's my holdback.
Yeah, it's every time I talk to developers, I hear that, and I hear sometimes you hear strain in their voice, like I want to do this. And they keep making mistakes because of these higher ups don't know what they're doing. Like, I hate hearing that stuff, man. It's just like, it's so sad because you know that it's crazy how talented.
To be honest, that happens at any creative company at all. I'd say it's not just about video games.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's pretty prevalent there
in our little world of video games.
If you're gonna start a video game company now, anyway, you create a VR video game company. That's what you do.
Right. That's gonna
no, that is what you do. I stand by that. I genuinely believe if you're an aspiring video game creator, you go into the VR space right now. If Corridor Digital, with their VR game, if they're launching that right now with their studio. Now, if they're successful if they don't become successful with their YouTube audience and everything, then I would kind of say disagree with you. Yeah. Because that would be sad if their game doesn't launch, because the game looks pretty cool. Which game was this? Is this the one you linked to me before?
The Junkyard Master.
Why have they got such a big YouTube following?
Because that's... All right, so... hold on. That's Brandon. Well, the Corridor Digital guys are there as well. They all work together. But that's the guy who helps Freddie Wong. The guy who does Video Game High School.
Okay, right.
There's two channels. There was Freddie W1, Freddie W2, right? And Freddie W2 got took over by Brandon, which now does like a studio thing, and they're creating games and stuff. Stress Level
this is
Zero.
The game that you linked. See, is this the thing where you were in the little cart thingies and you ducked down and you scrapped to build it up? See, I was actually going to bring this whole thing up, not specifically talking about them, but talking about them. I just wasn't going to highlight who it was. From that trailer that I saw, dude, like a lot of the stuff they were saying, I just like disagreed with, like in a lot of like really fundamental ways. Like, I don't know, when you know a little bit about VR, it's really easy to see where they're just trying to hype you up and make out something's.
You mean like the buzzwords like, oh, this is true VR. This is, you have to use motion controllers. You have to have a room. Yeah. Of course, obviously. I mean, the game is still cool, but yeah, obviously.
Their whole thing, guys, about their game is it's not just a head-mounted display setup, but it's a specific controller setup too. And what they're doing is they're trying to make multiple leaps at once, right? Like getting people just comfortable with the idea of head-mounted displays alone is going to be a huge hurdle. And if you try and make too many jumps, you get what happened the previous time VR was coming and people mess up. They view it as a gimmick instead, right? Because it's just not going to work. It's like the Wii, had some reasonable success with motion control and stuff, but nowhere near as precise as you'd need for the way that a lot of these people are trying to set up. Anyway, so like they're basically trying to sell you this package of the game, the head-mounted display, and the controller is all this great thing, and trying to make slights at any other VR experience that is a seated experience. Well, you have to understand what a lot of people don't know much about VR right now is that VR will start as a seated experience or it will die. Like, and Oculus kickstarted this whole thing. They're not the only head-mounted display at the moment anyway, but they've always been very, very explicit about that fact. They've said Oculus dev kit consumer version 1 is a seated experience, right? Like you don't have to mess about, I almost swore there, with control schemes when you already are by adding a head-mounted display. Adding a head-mounted display already is innovating on control schemes because it gives you mouse look bound to your head instead of like your actual mouse or your controller, and it frees up a ton of stuff already. There's already a lot of changes, and I think they're making too many steps. And they're like trying to make out like this is the way it has to be done with VR, and not addressing the elephant in the room, which is that you need a room that can fit an elephant in it to have all the space to do some of the stuff they're talking about. Or, you know, like, I don't know, it's just a little irritating at the moment because I see like people are trying to cash in on weird stuff. Like they were making all these weird jokes like, oh, well, not jokes. They were taking pride on the fact that they never had aim assist. Like, oh, we don't need aim assist. We're making a VR game. You just point and you shoot. It's like, that doesn't mean anything. The people who are asking you about aim assist are asking you within a VR context. They already know that you need a bit of aim assist with VR because the current control scheme, if you're using mouse and keyboard, maybe not, but like, anyway, I don't want to rant about it too much.
Well, I mean, I don't. It just seems like it's, you know, it seems like it's their baby. They've been working so hard on it, and that's why they're so. That's why they're so enthusiastic for it. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't fault them for trying to sell their product. It just frustrates me that they throw a lot of other products under the bus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think people have to really, really, really understand that virtual reality comes in two parts. The first phase is head-mounted displays, all right? And you will still be using mouse and keyboard or controllers. You just won't be able to see them particularly easy. You'll be in the universe. You'll be able to look around where your head. That when we're there, then we can look at control schemes. And then for you complete blowouts there who want Sword Art Online, it's only after that that you finally start looking at like MMOs, all right? Don't expect any of the games that originally come out to be ridiculously complicated, involved products like MMOs with massive budgets behind them. There'll be niche games that do very, 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 very well in their niche and provide experiences we never have had before. And then they'll get bigger.
Listen, all I care about is getting my. Well, I think it's coming out with Oculus Rift is coming out February, and the Vive, is that how it's pronounced?
Vive, yeah.
Vive, yeah. HTC Vive. That one's coming out at the end of the year. All I care about is getting one of those. I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna wait for the reviews to come out. Get one of those.
By the way,
and then playing Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen with it. That's all I care about.
Great games.
That's
good
all
games.
I care about.
Perfect examples of games that work very well for VR.
God. I would not come out my room for so long. I love that game with just on my monitor. I can't imagine exploring the universe with an Oculus Rift on. Oh God.
By the way, there is you just said September. There isn't an official release date for the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, it said February.
Consumer, no. People are just using the placeholder dates. There's no official pre-order date or anything like that.
They said at the end of the year, then they delayed it, and maybe they said next year summer. Oh, okay, I don't know.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that though, because there is. I just went to their subreddit. An hour in 4 hours from right now, guys. 3 hours from right now, there's going to be a live stream. With a big Oculus announcement that people have been hyped about for about a month, and we don't know what it is. It's a big mystery announcement. It's happened in 3 hours, so look out for that.
Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure. You sure there? Oh yeah, I guess they took it away. Wow, they took it away again. I guess they're gonna wait for HTC to see what they do, and then they make a better product, and and then they
interview with HTC rep hints at Vive delay until 2016.
Oh,
we're going to be launching it early next year, so we're going to be making some proper announcements in the coming weeks. It's basically, those are the two main ones. There's also Gear VR, but I think they're fairly dismissible, sorry. But
Gear VR?
Yeah, Gear VR is another thing that people have been trying out. I don't know, I fell out of the community a little bit, so I haven't, I'm not totally up to date.
All I know is those two big wigs, and then the Samsung VR one, which is supposedly pretty good. It's like only $100 for the gear, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you just use your little phone and slide in. I mean, Samsung has most of the phone market.
Man,
So-
life is weird a bit at the moment. I've definitely got very little to do in Guild Wars 2 at the moment, and it's like the first respite of it for so long. So I find myself looking a lot more into VR and world building and playing other games. It's odd.
Yeah.
It's really odd.
All right. So let's get into it.
Get into what?
Ex Machina
Oh, damn.
Movie Club. So last week,
Movie
no,
club.
2 weeks ago, we're like everyone had to watch Ex Machina. So what did you think about? You're gonna lead this. And I'll add in because I was overpowering with my Fantastic Four. Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's
Also,
go.
it's been a while since you've seen, right?
I rewatched it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So this movie, I'm a little hot and cold on.
Oh,
As with all movies, I guess.
oh,
Just
gosh.
a little hot and cold.
Oh.
Overall, I think it was a good movie. I think this is a movie, guys, with very few characters. So there's a lot of weight on the cast, how good they are at their performances.
Mhm.
And I thought they all had they all performed very, very, very well.
Oh
like,
my
I
gosh.
thoroughly enjoyed.
You've become too salty for me.
What do you mean?
All right,
I said
go
that they
ahead.
performed really well.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm
I thought they
waiting for it.
performed really well. The movie is basically just talking about the idea of inventing AI, and it's clearly written by people who really deeply understand the subject. You know, the terms like strong AI come out. There's a lot of different quotes. It's based on the Turing problem actually being put into practice, which is funny because one of the other movies we watched from Movie Club recently was about Alan Turing, I think, anyway. That was a Movie Club movie with Benedict Cumberbatch. Did we watch that on Movie Club?
Which one? Which one was it again?
The I can't remember what it was called. It's about Alan Turing, the inventor of the first PC to crack the Enigma code.
Oh yeah. We watched that. Yeah.
We did watch that. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's clearly written. But the thing about this movie, guys, is it's very dialogue driven. It's very philosophical. It's very scientific. It's very yeah. So it's basically a really long discussion piece. And so, how do you stop that getting boring? Well, you do a couple of things. You make sure the movie's small. The movie's fairly short, which this movie's okay. And then they do some really smart stuff to balance it out too. One of the characters is like really laid back, very like colorful as a character. Will kind of gets drunk a lot, throws in random references to stuff like.
All right, hold on a sec. All right, for the people who don't want spoilers, right? If you don't want to hear about Movie Club at all, and you muted the stream already, like I hear in the chat, then I'm gonna keep this up, and it's gonna say Movie Club here. As soon as I take this off, then we're done. When we talk about the end, like if you guys don't want to hear
so professional.
the end, then I'm gonna put on spoilers, like actual spoilers. But right now we're gonna keep it spoiler free. We're just gonna talk about the movie.
We're
All right.
spoiler free so far.
All
So
right.
how do they stop it getting boring? Keep the movie shortish. And this is it almost runs for 2 hours. They have a really good character. So while there's all these conversations going on, and one of the characters is very focused on the task of this AI, the other character, he'll just come out with random stuff, and he's just generally, much more breezy and easy. And then the other thing they do is all the locations of this movie. How do you keep the locations interesting, right? Like it's not, they're not moving around a lot. It's mostly just in one complex. So they set the complex in this beautiful mountainous area with all these sweeping, gorgeous shots and stuff. So they hit a good balance. I actually think the movie was quite impressive in that regard. Like keeping your attention through other things, through what is otherwise just a lot of dialogue.
Mhm.
And I think that the story they tried to tell was quite good. You can explain that.
Just say if you like it or not. Just say it. You see, it
Hey,
seems
I
like it's like
can't.
at the tip at your tongue. Like
I can't. The only thing I don't really like about it. All right, so here's the but. All right. The but is it goes on too long. Even though I just said, that they did a fairly good job at keeping it interesting, it goes on too long.
I disagree.
All right, can I talk about spoilers?
Okay.
Flash it up for a second.
Okay. Wait. All right. I guess people already watched it, so I guess we don't have to explain the plot or anything like that.
No,
right?
we can. We should, really.
All right. Well, it's about this guy who who wanted competition, right? They show at the very beginning. I thought this beginning section of establishing why he's there and, like everything was just explained very well, just in a few scenes, and you're like smack down first 10 minutes and you're already in the movie. You're finally started. You skip all that stuff. This
is a basic movie.
Okay, I understand.
It's not on a basic topic, but the movie itself is a handful of characters in a single place having discussions the whole time, right? Like, there's not some crazy, complex, non-linear or branching plot with multiple scenes of different people's perspectives and stuff. It's a simple movie about an interesting topic. I'm not saying that to its detriment. I'm not being mean. Do you know what I mean?
No. I guess it's because I've shot things. And I've worked with films that I just understand and when I watch bad films,
what are you talking about? I've studied film. I've shot stuff too.
No,
that's got nothing to do with anything. This is a simple movie.
All right, I'm not gonna say anything. Anyways.
Okay.
All right. Wait, there was a guy who won a competition, right? He goes to competition for Blue Book. All right, Blue Book is basically Google. Made by this guy who plays the other character. There are two human characters in this film. One is the guy who won the competition, and one who's the head of Blue Book. He won a competition, and he flies all the way out to this
remote location.
And there's nobody there, no security, no nothing, just him and the Blue Book guy. Okay,
it's just weird.
Which is weird.
And there's a lot of money there, and it's a big facility.
Mm-hmm. A lot of money. And he just lives out there by himself because he just doesn't trust anybody. Even the helicopter guy had to, like, stay, Like, he's like, oh, no, this is as far as I go, And it's weird, but obviously, he's a weird guy. I can't just imagine. What if he falls off that cliff when he's, like, cliff climbing and stuff? Like, I just imagine that, like, what you would die and that's it, that'll be the end. And I guess he's that selfish that he would want it that way. These characters, I felt like the acting was the stronger point, and it has to be because it is only three characters.
And they were very well acted, especially the guy, I forget his name, the beardy guy, the guy that lives at the compound. Blue Book guy, incredibly well portrayed, incredibly well written. I think both of them were really well written. I think the main character as well, like, he's supposed to be kind of awkward and struggle and stuff, and like, those are some cringy scenes, like, in a good way, right? Like, you're like, please respond. Oh God, but like, it was very, very, very well portrayed.
I didn't think they were cringy at all. See, I guess I'm seeing this movie way differently than you are. I felt like the way it was shot was just
I'll give you an example of the cringe.
Freaking good.
No, it's not cringe at the movie. It's cringe at okay, so for example, one of the scenes, the girl is like, "Do you like me?" And he does. And then he's like, "Oh, I don't know whether," and he's like fidgeting and he's looking away and he doesn't respond, and it goes on, and that's cringy. And that's good. That's
I feel like in order for that scene to work, he has to show the face expression as what we're all thinking. It's a freaking robot, and this guy, Blue Book guy, is listening to every word he says. Previously, there's been, okay, now we're going to get into spoilers. Previously, there was blackouts, and he's already feeling uncomfortable. And he's like trying not to share too much in front of the camera. Also, it's very weird that maybe the girl's playing him. There's also all these thoughts going inside of his head that you're like you don't know what to say at that point, and that's why he didn't answer. And other times he was right on the money. He came in, he knew exactly what to ask him. There was no they didn't need to show him being smart because he just did it. I don't know how to explain that. In the beginning, the first session that they have with Ava, he goes in. He didn't have to be told.
Character.
Yeah, he didn't have to be told what to do, and the way he said it was like he knew exactly what he was here to do, and he was going to do it because he's so fascinated. And they show that he's so fascinated.
And he's intelligent, and he's got control in the conversations.
All that is portrayed extremely well, and I feel like that's like the strong points of the movie is that character development, because I like character development movies. I love that. And I feel like this one had that, and it just all smashes together at the end. But okay, all right. Anyways, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'm that's why I say you should take the reins, because all I'm gonna say is how much I really, really like this movie. And it could be because I like sci-fi movies. It could be I just really respect the visual art for it. The way the scenes are shot, the lenses that they use is like literally perfect. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So again, I think the strengths of the movie are it had great characters, well written, especially the way they struck a balance with the movie to keep it entertaining, despite the fact it's quite a heavy topic, right? Like they've got a very simple premise on a crazy topic, right? Like the idea of AI and where you can push it to. Can you feel love for an AI? Can you have sex with an AI? Can you do all these really interesting things? It's all dialogue. I think they were really interesting. They played with the cinematography really well. The music as well was pretty. There was a huge volume range on this movie. Like when it was loud, but that's a minor technical thing to talk about. I thought it was very strong in all those ways, and I think the way they handled the topic was fine. Except my main two problems with it are this. Number one, I think the ending was dragged out, and it would have been a much stronger ending if it had ended about 10 minutes before it did. And the other problem I had was they kind of wanted you to be on the side of... Okay, spoilers. Throw spoilers up.
All right.
Because this is the end. All right. They wanted you to be on the side of the robots escaping. All right? Or the specific robot escaping.
You sure?
And... Yes, I'm sure about that. Absolutely. Unquestionably, they wanted you to be on her side. Showing her escaping and being happy and looking around the house.
I felt like the ending was not happy. At all. And I felt like...
It was a little ambiguous. It was a little ambiguous because they leave one of the main character gets locked up at the end. And so they do leave it.
Like, Blue Book, like, I think he was... he's being drunk. The reason why he's drinking is because what he's doing to perfect his design.
All right. See, so this is the bit that I didn't enjoy too much. It put a lot of focus on Blue Book guy being depressed, main character guy being offended at the idea of him going through lots of iterations and models, and that desire for the AI who's clearly past the point, has passed the test, right? Is a cognate being at this point, and the idea of locking this machine up and wiping its memory and sending it again, like the idea of killing it, of euthanizing it. And we're supposed to be very anti that. We're supposed to the guy is drunk all the time because we as the audience are supposed to feel outraged by what he's doing. The main character feels outraged and we should be agreeing with his outrage, and we should want to see the robot. The movie seems to really focus on that, and that's why the drunk guy ends up getting stabbed.
I think the reason why they show it that way is because they're trying to make you feel something for robots because they're robots, and it's like that point of it's a robot, and that's how Blue Book thinks of them like that. They're robots, but it's still affecting him. So I think there's both sides, and the reason why they shot it like that is to make you feel something, even though you feel like if you're on the side of Blue Book guy. So
I don't feel like they were. I see what you're saying. I think it would have been a much better movie if they did the two sides thing better. I think it played far too much into us being anti Blue Book guy and pro the robot getting away.
But that adds to the tension. If they do it both sides, and there won't be any tension because exactly.
No, there can be tension. That absolutely can be tension. Being torn between two specific ideals or whatever, and they're forced together, and only one can come out. That's exciting stuff, man. That's amazing stuff. That's as good as it gets.
I was with the way they did it, and that's. Yeah, see, I guess that's where we
see, and I wanted to be more, but I felt like just the whole narrative, it was just we were supposed, I found myself, and specifically the main character, I found myself constantly frustrated with, towards the end where he discussed, oh, I opened all the cupboards and I see old prototypes still around. Oh, the humanity, and he gets all depressed and offended by it. I just couldn't really get on board with that perspective enough. They didn't make Blue Book guy seem like he'd done deranged enough stuff to be constantly drunk, to make me so anti him, to be happy to see him get stabbed. Now, it was decent drama, and I'm okay with him getting stabbed and stuff at the end, but here's the problem. Then the movie just goes on. It just peters out. So they're two separate problems anyway. And then the other thing, if you just watch the final arc of this movie didn't have to be as long as it was. It really didn't. They could have ended it with her going up the lift, the guy's locked in, the guy's dying on the floor, and then they end it. But they just sort of drag it out a bit, and then the credits roll at a really crappy time.
That kind of sounds like the last Hunger Games that I watched over the weekend.
Oh, you watched that? I watched.
Yeah, they added some stuff that was not in the book. I was just like, oh, okay.
Really? How's Philip Seymour Hoffman in that, by the way?
Man, they cut him out and they put some stupid scene at the end.
Really?
It wasn't stupid. But I just see. There's no way Woody would be able to like how can I explain this? It's spoilers, I guess. But like, instead of Philip Seymour Hoffman being there, someone was reading what he would say, as a letter, and that's the replacement that they did, and it felt kind of off, and you knew when he died. You knew when he died in the movie. People who don't really care about actors or whatever, they're not gonna notice. But for me, like, it felt weird. I guess because I really liked the guy's acting.
Yeah.
And I just know he would have delivered it, very well. It's just like they put a gun to Homeboy's head to read the letter or whatever.
I watched another basically zombie movie about sprinting. It's also called Maze Runner 2: The Scorch Trials.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet because I've been watching Jessica Jones, a new Marvel comic book movie, which is I feel like is more up your alley.
Movie or TV show?
Oh, sorry, TV show by Netflix. All right. Anyways, all right. First, before we get into that,
there's some good discussion going on.
Ex Machina, I really, really like it. I'm not gonna hide that fact. I really, really like it. Winning Potatoes, what you thought it wasn't perfect,
it was a good
but
movie.
It was a good movie. Okay.
I thought it was a good movie. It's probably the best movie I've ever seen tackle AI. I think it's a little bit slowly paced and had some oversights, but had really there were a lot of positives.
I like the slowness. I guess it's one of those things where not Inception. I did it again. Interstellar. It was just like I didn't mind that Homeboy was just talking the whole time. I wanted to hear more the whole time. I guess it's because I'm so fascinated by the science stuff. I'm so fascinated by the AI stuff. And I guess I liked it more, and I refuse to like see like certain things because even though I feel like it was still done well, because there's nothing like this out there. Like someone made an obscure movie, and it could appeal to a decent amount of people. I wouldn't say it would appeal to everyone who's not into like sciencey stuff, but I think it was pretty decent.
The other thing that's good about this movie as well that I did quite appreciate is the movie is smart. And when I say the movie's smart, I don't mean it's on a particularly intellectual topic, which it is, but I mean specifically because of the way it paces its story. It always keeps up with you. You never guessed ahead of it in a significant way. So, for example, there's a character who is... You are told as the audience and as the main character that it's just a woman from the region, but you immediately, as the audience, think, could she be a robot? Everyone watching the movie will immediately be thinking, could she be a robot? Look at the way she's moving. She looks like she's a robot. And so a movie that isn't smart is like thinking, the audience will never guess that she's a robot, and then it will try and give it to you as some big twist, and you're like, all right, there you go. I already knew that. All right, move on. This movie's smart. It knows that it's a robot, and they don't make a big deal out of it when it finally happens. Mm-hmm. And so then a little bit later in the movie, you start questioning, all right, what could another twist be? And you're thinking, oh my God, what if the main character's a robot? He just says he wipes their memories. What if this is all a constructed memory and the main character is a robot? That's a really crazy idea. Maybe that's going to be a big twist. And then then the movie makes no big song and dance about it. You have a scene where he's cutting into his arm. There's no dialogue to explain it. It's because the movie's smart enough to know that you're smart enough to have already predicted that, and you know exactly what's going on in that awesome scene where he's cutting into his arm, because we've already all had it on our mind, just as the main character has. And that it's a smart movie, and that's what I mean, and it will not disappoint you in that regard. You're never guessing ahead of it. It's always right where you are, based on the clues that it's given you, which is cool. That's also in its cool.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't waste your time. Well, I guess for you, the end kind of wasted your time.
No, it wasn't a waste. The end wasn't even a waste of time.
It felt like they did it, like certain things were just done on purpose, and I like that in a movie. and it was orgasmic. I gotta say,
Yeah.
it's just like it's like something so obscure, actually done well. Maybe not perfect, but done well, and with
done well.
good
It's worth
actors. It's like a no-brainer, and it's probably one of my favorite movies for science fiction. Absolutely, like
Really?
yeah. Because it's no one does this stuff. No one does this obscure stuff. We just have Star Trek and stuff. Like that's all we get. Like we don't.
Bro,
get
you
this
got
type
Mass
of,
Effect.
That's games.
Geth.
That's
okay.
games. That's why I
What-
play games. I'm talking about movies though. Like it's really cool to see a robot that looks like a robot, but also looks human.
That was really good as well.
It was just like
Uncanny Valley hit really well.
Yeah, it's just really good. Anyways, that's done. All right, we're taking it off. Jessica Jones, a new Marvel show. I'm almost done with it. I got like 3 more episodes left. It's good, but I have problems with it. Okay? Some of them you will relate to. Some of them you're just thinking, oh, Matt, you just like clean stuff all the time. You don't like to see sex scenes every 2 seconds. No, I kind of don't.
Well, I was quite shocked that once again you picked a movie for Movie Club with lots of naked ladies in it.
There's no naked ladies at the end.
Dude,
sure.
Come on, there is a lot of nudity in that movie.
At the end?
Not even at the end. From about 2/3 through.
Well, oh, you mean when she was dancing? And
there's full
you remember
frontal
when they were
shots
dancing
here,
and
guys.
doing like the they were. That was great. I love that.
Yeah,
scene.
that was good because she'd
I
only
love-
learned how to dance based on his dancing, so of course she can emulate it perfectly.
Like it's just I really like that. I really like that scene. Anyways, okay, so. But hey, I that's what I'm see that's the right type for me. Is they could have had some really awkward robot sex scene. That would be stupid though. Why would they do that?
Yeah, I was worried that they were going to do that too, and then they didn't.
You were oh, I thought you didn't care about that type of stuff.
No, I just thought it would have been stupid. I didn't.
Yeah,
I would have felt like the movie was wasting my time if it was going to bore me with a regular man romancing robot plot. That wouldn't have engaged me that much. That's why, not because of the sex or anything. I wouldn't have cared about that.
For me, Jessica Jones. It's darker than Daredevil is. It's a bit darker. It's sometimes it's really good dark, and then sometimes it's just a little bit too vulgar for me. So, like at first I'm like, okay, the first episode, it tends to do the whole sex scene thing. And, I understand why they did certain scenes. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, right? Yeah, but then it's like every couple episodes, someone's hunching somebody. And it's just like, oh.
Did you just say hunching?
Because there's no nudity, but the way they shoot it is so rough. And cheers to him for, like, good camera work, but holy crap, like...
Wait, so there's no nudity, but you're seeing people slamming their heads against walls.
It's worse. It's worse than seeing nudity. I've never seen non-nudity sex scenes like this before. Holy crap, that was ridiculous. I was like, no, why? Like, there's actually...
Is it, like, really rough or what?
Yes,
I'm curious.
yes. All of them like to have rough stuff, right? And there was this... it got really like there was a point where it's just like, okay, now it's just going over the top where you're midway and the friend of Jessica Jones is having coitus with a man she just met, and there was no point of the scene. There was just no point of the scene. Twice they did that. Okay, and I'm only up to episode 9. Twice they did that in the span like of a few episodes that they just met, and I'm like, why? They could have just showed them coming out of the bathroom saying, "Woo! Oh my gosh, yeah, that was some good sex." No, they were just like if I'm watching what's those twin guys? Those twin guys on YouTube. I forgot what they're called. Hodge twins, when they'd be like, yeah, it's like that. It's like if they create a movie, that would be that would be their scene. Like, yeah, that's the scene. It's so ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. It's so ridiculous. But the story is actually pretty good. Like in the beginning, you really like when the first arc is over. I think it's the first episode. and you establish like this guy, this evil guy that the evil villain in the show, you could see like this guy is messed up, like in the very beginning. And of course, the guy is played. Is this spoilers if I tell who the guy who
I don't think so. I've never seen it. And I don't feel like I'd be spoiled.
Kilgrave, who plays Kilgrave?
This is the character Kerry loves.
It's played by David Tennant. Doctor Who.
Yeah, David Tennant. Yeah,
Doctor Who. Everyone's favorite Doctor Who. Not my favorite. My wife's favorite, which broke my heart. But
he's the only Doctor Who I've seen. So does that make him my favorite or my only?
Oh, I guess you. I think you would. It would be.
I've
your favorite
seen some
too.
with Matt, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he would be your favorite. He's more like, woo.
Well, I don't know whether it's because of him as a doctor or just the showrunners at the time. That mean people prefer the Terran era. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've heard some things about Doctor Who now. It's really got nothing to do with who the Doctor is. It's just like the stories that they're doing.
I've lost interest in Doctor Who. I'm waiting for it to finish and I'm gonna watch it, but I've kind of lost interest in it, and that's kind of sad. Also in Fallen Skies.
I think it's more of a states thing these days. Well, no, that's not true. There's a lot of hysteria about it here still.
Yeah.
But it's definitely big as an export. I would say that much.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people like it over here. But I wonder what type of fans do they have, because there's a lot of weirdness in that show that it just doesn't make sense most of the time. But it's still good. Anyways. The problem I have with Jessica Jones, other than the roughness, is her powers. They don't really show it well. Okay, so Jessica Jones.
Apparently, she's a little boring.
She's a good
Compared
actor.
To like Kilgrave.
I'm happy with the person they picked. She's like a little small woman, and I think she portrays Jessica Jones pretty good. I quite like the actor, because I just never thought she could do a role like this. But also, like, the way they do the powers, like her jumping, they cut the camera, so you don't actually see her doing it.
So what is it? She can't do her own stunts. There's no good stunt double. There's no budget for good action.
I wonder if it's budget, but it's Netflix and they had Daredevil, so I'm wondering if she can't do it. If that's what
Even
it is.
If she can't do it, they should be able to seamlessly cut to a double who does it, right?
Right. But it cuts too much. When she punches somebody and they fly across the room, it's all cut, but it's cut like.
So we see a fist and then we see a guy hitting a wall.
Yeah. It's cut in a way that it's not good cut. Like, it's cut like you see them hit, but then you see the guy fly over, And I feel like maybe it's not edited well, maybe, I don't know, but it's made by the same people who made Daredevil, and I felt like Daredevil was pretty good. I just feel like it's not up. Jessica Jones is just not up to par with what Daredevil was in terms of action and
How into the role is she, the actress?
What do you mean? Is she?
Well, yeah,
she's
like
different from her other roles, I guess. Yeah, she's drastically different from her other roles. I think she's pretty interesting. People say she's boring. I don't think she's boring. I don't think she's a boring character. Maybe it's weird. It's weird. I've seen strong women characters like Agent Carter and stuff like that, and you just it's weird. Like Blacklist as well, where you actually like the main actor, and this happens with. It doesn't only happen with females. It happens with males quite a lot, actually.
People are asking you, what about Luke Cage?
All right, so Luke Cage, this is what Old Spice guy was trying to get. Not Terry, but the skinny Old Spice. He made like this whole YouTube video and everything trying to get the Luke Cage part. Luke Cage. Yeah. And it's this guy is way bigger than him. And Old Spice guy would have to train for a long time to get to where this guy is. This guy is huge. I felt like he was a Luke Cage. I like him. I don't feel any sort of way for him. I don't think he's like how I felt about Kingpin in Daredevil. Like as a big character, I guess. I felt like
Mike Coulter plays him.
Yeah.
39 years old.
he did good. I guess I have a bad taste in my mouth for all the craziness that happens between Jessica Jones and him, but it was fine. It was
Bit
fine.
of trivia so we don't get kicked off Twitch here. You ready?
Yeah.
The guy playing Luke Cage, Mike Coulter, also appears in Halo: The Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah,
He is
the same
what?
guy. Yeah, he's the same guy. He's the same guy.
All right, back to what you were saying.
Oh, didn't they cut him out of Halo?
They cut him out. What?
Of the real live action series. Oh, I don't know. All right.
There's a live action Halo series. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a few of them actually.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean.
Anyways, all right, I'm spending too long on this. I'm being long-winded here. Jessica Jones, it's a good series. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm well ways in. I think it's still a good watch. Don't watch it around your kids because it is not a kid show whatsoever. I felt like it really built up the show at that. There's this point where everything is like where Jessica makes a choice. A lot of people are gonna know what it means. It's a certain scene that happens, and
I mean, how hot are these scenes? I mean, what are we talking?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm speaking about right now. That scene was just like, oh snap, yeah, this is what I like. Because I like dark shows. It's a certain type of dark though. I like it to mean something. I don't want it just dark just on purpose. And I felt like that scene, it set the tone, but it was too good that the other scenes kind of felt.
So you're saying one scene is hot and the others aren't really that much?
They're good, especially when David Tennant comes in because he's just good. Like I just like the guy in this, and when you look at him, you don't think about Doctor Who whatsoever. Yeah. You see hhim as Kilgrave, and a messed up guy who's like a British sarcastic guy. Like he just fits into that role real nice. That just he doesn't know better. Anyways,
all right,
and it's good. It's good. There's a little complication between them, and how to use his powers. Anyways, it's a good show when it gets midway. I just feel I'm not quite as enjoying them as like I would say how I enjoyed Daredevil.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
But it's still a good show. I don't think it's a bad show.
Well, ride in the Marvel thing still, or superheroes specifically. 2 trailers came out, of course. People are talking about in chat. I've seen them both. Captain America: Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
I said Captain Wood there.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman vs Superman.
I've seen them both.
I've got to say, I think the Batman vs Superman thing is. And look, you call me a hipster all the time, and I always
you're
have
definitely
to
a
have
hipster.
opinion.
Uh-huh.
All right. I agree with the majority. I agree with the masses here. Batman vs Superman. That trailer was outrageous. It basically just gives the entire plot away.
I hate trailers. Did
you see? If you saw the trailer, you agree with me here. It's ridiculous. Isn't it?
hate that.
The movie is called Batman versus Superman, and the trailer. I mean, do we even talk? I feel like it's a spoiler to talk about the trailer.
Yeah, don't even.
It's like it just takes away everything. It's unbelievable. It's so stupid.
It's why I stay away.
The worst thing.
That's usually why I stay away from trailers.
No, but how can the execs be this stupid? Like what are they thinking? Oh, we'll show them everything because that'll increase ticket sales. Like you literally just ruined the movie. You ruined the movie.
Yeah. Hey, let's move on because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched it. Don't watch it if you want to.
Be negative with me though. Don't be specific, but be negative.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I hate trailers. I absolutely
No,
agree.
but you hate this trailer more than others, right?
Yeah. Star Wars, on the other hand, it's just like,
Star Wars. Well done. Proper teasers.
Yeah, they don't show much. Like you still don't know what's going on. Like, you had to really find out like if somebody was a. Oh, well, they kind of spoiled that the black guy is actually going to become a Jedi and stuff like that, which I wanted to know because I was going to watch it based on that. No, I wasn't.
Wow.
I was going to watch it anyway. I just wanted to see a black Jedi again, a young one, and a focus on him. I just want to see that character, and John Boyega seems to be.
Is Samuel L. Jackson the only black Jedi that's existed before?
No, I don't think so.
In the movies, I mean
in the movies as a character.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't remember. I know Window. I felt like he as a like a strong like in scenes character. Yes. I don't think there's another black Jedi that's like seen a lot at all. There's of course there's black actors like what's the guy's name again? Oh man, I'm blanking now. My Star Wars-ness is lacking.
Dude, don't look at me. I'm not good at
I
Star Wars.
digest too much media, so I think I formatted the Star Wars hard drive. I think, but yeah, there's some people in chat will show me, but Anyways, Star Wars don't know how to do trailers. They don't show too much. Batman versus Superman. With a name like Batman versus Superman, you obviously know they're gonna fight or something like that. But
there is a presumption that they're gonna be friends at the end.
Right. You feel that, right? Like,
but why do you watch
people
the movie?
who read the comics exactly. You want
to know how it happens, right? You want to see the conflict. You want to see what they're fighting about in the first place. You want to see how they resolve.
And
it does all of that. All of that and more.
It spoils it. It really does. So there you go.
Star said Batman versus Superman versus Darkseid versus Lex Luthor versus Wonder Woman.
2 thumbs down.
They're just doing too much.
Okay, so the trailer for Civil War, my little sister, oh my gosh, she loves Captain America. And I showed her this trailer and she was just like, "What?" Like she exploded. I actually don't
I liked the last shot of this trailer. I thought it was really cool.
That's the shot I don't like. I felt like it was too it felt like the hits weren't connecting.
What?
Yeah.
No way. Rewatch that.
Yeah.
I thought they were smashing hard. Based on the material of Iron Man's suit and the strength I would presume both those two characters hitting him to be, I figured that looked really good and realistic. Like they're not going to shatter his armor in one hit. And I liked the idea that it's a long drawn out thing that, like it would be a disservice.
Felt a little doughy. A little doughy. Just like a little soft,
Wow. Maybe.
It wasn't like bad. Like, oh my gosh. This scene is so bad. No, not like that. Like just I really liked the trailer and I can't wait to see it. I was gonna see it anyway because I like the Captain America movies. They're just better than a lot of the movies that Marvel is coming out with. Well, I guess Marvel just does good movies. I guess nowadays, don't they? Ant-Man. Hold up.
What is on the Marvel lineup for the future now?
Wait a minute. Yeah. Thor though. Thor is a little.
Thor people watch a bit less, but I actually think the movies are fine. And the third and final Thor is coming up soon, anyway. So.
Thor is a little bit shaky. I don't mind watching it though. I probably wouldn't watch it in theaters though anymore. Unless people tell me, unless like you guys are like spamming on Twitter like, yo, it's good, dude, go watch it. Like I probably won't spend money on it.
Doctor Strange coming soon.
Who's
after Civil War, Doctor Strange already.
Who's playing Doctor Strange?
Starring Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ah, yeah. Oh, I love Benedict, so yeah. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good movie. Automatically. Yep, I am biased. I feel like he did Khan good. Well, let me not put him on that pedestal. But yeah.
Well,
I like the guy.
Yeah,
Sherlock.
Well, so anyway, and then they haven't revealed any other ones after that. I think they did say an Ant-Man 2 though. With the Wasp. It's coming soon.
With the girl from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. All right. So because we tagged on quite a while. Let's go on and do some questions. So people who have been spamming us questions, you can spam them again.
Last I looked at the clock, we'd been recording for an hour. How's it been 40 minutes? Did we just talk for 40 minutes about films and stuff?
Yeah, we just did.
Dude, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is either. Anyways, let's get some questions from the audience. Put Matt Visual or Wooden Potatoes in your question, now, guys, and it will go up in black so we can see it.
We had a week off. Both Matt and I forgot to friggin' do uploads telling people that we're live. So you guys are like the most super dedicated right now, but it also means that we're not going to get so many questions. So do really, you've got a very good chance of getting it answered. Go for it, because we're less on the live show at the moment than we usually will be. I'm sure the other places it will be the same.
All right. You pick one.
Well, a lot of them are questions for you about TV shows and stuff you watch, to be honest.
Would have given it more impact if they had replaced the CG in there with more impact. I don't know. They usually do pretty good. I mean, and sometimes they touch up things in trailers. No, maybe it might be too late. When is it coming out? It's coming out like real soon, isn't it? It's like a holiday movie, isn't it? I don't know. It's fine. It was fine. It was fine. It wasn't bad or anything. It just felt weird. It just felt like I didn't feel like the punch, the hit. But it was a cool scene though. I can't wait to see like the Winter Soldier and how he interacts with oh wow, the questions are flooding in
Questions
now.
are flowing in hard, yeah. Jesus Christ.
One Punch Man is pretty cool. Yeah,
all right.
Go ahead.
What are your game of the years? I think I know what Matt's game of the year is, if he were to pick one.
All right.
Can I answer for you? I reckon your
two comes to mind.
I reckon you're at least one of them. Witcher 3.
Absolutely.
I don't think Fallout 4 is necessarily a game of the year for you.
Nope.
I don't think there's any contest
Not
between
even
Fallout
close.
4 and Witcher 3.
No, there's no contest.
The other game of the year for Matt Visual. I mean, it wouldn't be Ori, would it?
It might be Ori.
Ori in the Blind Forest.
It's not a spectacular game or anything like that. I just really liked it.
You were at 10 out of 10 for all the hours you played it, and what more can you ask for?
Yeah, exactly. It is rarely do I play a game that I'm that fulfilled, other than Witcher 3. I haven't had a game in a year in a very long time. Let me say, I enjoyed games, but rarely do I say, man, this game, fantastic. And it's The Witcher 3 and Ori and the Blind Forest. And there's some other games as well that are pretty good as well. I'm about to go through the Metal Gear series. I got the Legendary Pack for like $20 because it was on sale.
Oh my god, dude.
And there's the old Metal Gears on here. Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, and then, of course, the Metal Gear Solid series, all of them. Except for Twin Snakes. No Twin Snakes on here. The one for GameCube. That was exclusive to Nintendo. That one is not on here. But that's fine because all it is a redesigned one by Silicon Knights. By the fantastic makers of Too Human, which is a fantastic game. Right, guys?
You know, speaking of really, really long game franchises, I was really curious, having heard, that I've never been in at all, right? So there you're talking about Metal Gear, and I'm thinking, would I like Metal Gear? It just seems like it's too much. I mean, I know the new one was really good, and everyone's like, new fans alike can come and play, and they'll still have lots of fun. And I'm just like, I'm not really interested. It's too big. But a game that really caught my attention from a long-standing franchise that I've never played a single one of was, oh my god, Xenoblade Chronicles X? Is that it? You ever heard of this?
Yeah.
Came out really recently, and it got insane reviews. Really, really, really well loved. There were some issues with it, but I think it was really looked over, basically, because of Fallout 4 hype, as far as I can see from a lot of places. And watching it, it seemed really good. Like, all the best bits of JRPG-ness, but essentially a very Western RPG instead. And my god, that game looked cool. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's extremely popular. I think it's decently popular, but you know, I don't think of it as a Fallout 4 type of popular. You know, not to compare the two, but like, I don't know. Like, I think it's just above niche. I think I could be wrong. It depends on. You could always look at the sales, and you will see how much people really want that to be ported over and stuff. But I mean, people who on the Wii U really wanted that game. Also, Flow Wolf, I did not watch it yet. I didn't watch the anime yet. I looked it up. I have it on my list. Also, I have Digimon, the new Digimon on there as well, and I haven't watched that one either. So I have to watch those two.
Ooh, Richard Compton said to me, just finished episode 6 of True Detective. Damn, I thought it was better than episode 4. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I think the whole series was just so good.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's like a 10 out of 10 the whole way through, but I thought episode 4 was a 12 out of 10.
Man.
That would be the way I explain it.
Yeah, it's I love the way like people see things differently and people have different things that they love.
I think everyone should think the same as me. I don't know. Can't
as
handle
words of
other
a friend,
opinions.
Where's my friend Fred, who's probably in the chat. If everyone liked the same crap, the world would be a boring place. And I think that's
But it would
true.
also be a happy place. That's basically what an animal is, right? Not smart enough to get bored or anything.
Wow.
So you just sort of exist.
Luke Cage show. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I watch a lot of comic book stuff. I'm not gonna not. I watch every single comic book thing. Arrow, Flash, even though I don't like Arrow, and it just burns me inside. You know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watch all the comic book stuff. I don't think there's one movie I have not watched or one show I have not watched that's comic book. Oh, Supergirl. I don't know if I'm ready for that. You know, after you're watching something, you know, something done well, you know, like Agent Carter, and Blacklist, and a couple other shows that do good female characters. It's weird to go to the TV CW style show of Supergirl. You know, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm judging by the trailer. It sure enough looked that way. But the actor looks fine, you know, not looks fine, but like, her acting looks fine. But yeah, anyways, go ahead. Your turn.
Somebody asked me about Guild Wars 2. What are my thoughts about the community reaction to PvP leagues? I think it's perfectly justified, to be honest. Okay, so the main problem, what you've got at the moment, Matt, with the leagues, right? Is, you know, the idea of MMR where you match up and you get matched against similar skilled people. And if you win a lot of games, your MMR increases and so on, right? Or you lose a lot, it decreases. And so it always matches you to the right people.
Yeah.
The way that the leagues work is you've got little divisions. So if you win 5 games, you go into the next division or whatever, right? You win a bunch of games, you go to the next division. You win a bunch of games, you go to the next division. Now, when you hit another division for that league, for that season, sorry, you can't ever drop down to a previous division. So what people would do is push themselves to like a really high division, all right? And then when they're right at the start of a division where no matter how many times they lose, it doesn't matter, they can't drop down anymore. They deliberately have been forcing their own games to lose. They lose the game, dragging 4 other players down with them so that they cannot win. And then what that does is that tanks your MMR, your personal MMR. So then when you feel like you've lost enough, like 15 to 20 games, wasted 4 people's time, 15 to 20 times, right? And your MMR's at a minimum, you're going to be matched up against the most newbie, terrible players in the game, right? And then you start winning and you just win 5 games in a row, however many games in a row you want, like 15, 20 games, because on a proper game, you go to the next division, and then because you can't drop down again, you do it all over again.
And this is why when you tell the community what you're doing and how things work, people always find a way to abuse it.
Yeah, like it should be, I say a simple fix. I really don't know 100%. People are saying, oh, you need to tie MR to the leagues themselves and stuff. All I think they need to do is if you lose like 3 games in a row, then it just cancels that out or whatever, like, and it stops dropping your MMR for a while. I don't know, maybe that's a bad thing as well. That would just probably avoid frustration and people hating on themselves, even in regular scenarios. And then you maybe that's enough to change it. But right now, the system's ridiculous. PvP is a weird place to play, supposedly, at the moment. I haven't experienced any of people throwing their own games. But it's kind of horrible, you know? Imagine being in a game.
Because only the newbies do that type of stuff. Because they just want to get a high MMR without any type of training or work.
Or the people who just want to get high MMR because of like the new legendary and stuff, right? And they're like, I only want that, and I'm just going to do whatever I want. I think, to be fair, the guy who posted about it at first did it as a proof of concept to show it could be done. And I do agree that there's a lot of visibility on it. And now there's copycats and people doing it for their own gain. Fine. But I think that it's still worth being out there because Arena need to fix it. This is the same as any exploit, in my opinion, or really damaging behavior. I prefer everybody see it. It becomes a pox. It becomes a plague that spreads over everything, and then ArenaNet have to cure it and get rid of it instead of it just being this little thing that a few people in the background are exploiting forever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll hope they fix it, but it's broken. And what can I? It's our first season, guys. There's gonna be issues.
Yeah, I just don't want people getting stuff that they don't deserve because they just want to be creeps. Like, I've dealt with similar stuff, you know, when I used to just play online games all the time, and it just pisses me off.
Wow, that's
Halo.
the most angry I've heard you all day.
What do you mean? That's not angry.
Damn, no, there was some serious power in that P there, Matt.
Pisses me off.
Oh
Pisses me
damn, I'm
off.
scared. Don't wind Matt
The
up.
power of the non-pop filter. Oh, let me take that thing off. Pah, pah.
Oh god, my head. And there's spit everywhere, guys.
Yeah, it's all over my keyboard. Yeah.
Matt, so at Matt Visual, did you watch the series Fringe yet? If not, one of the protagonists is a strong, tough, charming, intelligent woman, and the pseudoscience stuff is superb. You might enjoy it.
Yeah, you have been telling me for a while. I am going to download it. I'm going to download it.
Oh, you mean go to Blockbusters, right?
I'm going to see if it's on Hulu. And if it's not on Hulu, then I just won't watch it. I just won't watch it, you know, because, you know, I'll just wait for the season 1 to come out, you know? Whatever.
That's a show. There's a couple of shows, The Wire, Fringe, Breaking Bad, that everyone's like, these are the best shows ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it was made in 2008 and ended in 2013. Okay. The Wire. I went through Breaking Bad. I went through The Wire. I guess now it's time for my Fringe cherry to be obliterated. So all right. I'll get on that after Jessica Jones, and I watch Maze Runner because I don't know that the movie is not that good, but I kind of like it. It's like one of those good bad movies for me.
What, Maze Runner? I liked Maze Runner. I thought it was really. The first half of Maze Runner was like 10 out of 10 for me. I thought it was really good.
Right, and then it gets weird.
And then it tapers off. It would have been a really good TV show, to be honest. Just like a much slower burner.
It would be like really Lost. It would have been, dude.
Yes, that's probably why I liked it so much.
Yeah. It would be like Maze Runner, but Lost. Oh, that would be great. Can you imagine the tension when the girl comes up in that episode? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's a girl. And the next episode of Maze Runner.
Yeah. It would have been so good.
Oh, what's coming up the lift? Oh my gosh, what's coming up the lift? Next episode, what's coming up the lift? Oh, what's coming up the lift? It'll just be like Lost. For like 10 episodes, it'll just be like, oh my gosh, it's a girl.
Real.
Inception noise.
That is real.
Yeah, that's exactly what a Lost version of Maze Runner would. Anyways.
All right, you go one question.
Okay. Didn't you asked me a question for me, didn't you? All right, hold on. Do you prefer the tones of Marvel or DC films? Marvel. I like fun comic book movies. Reason why? Because they're comic books. You know, I don't mind a strong like dark tone of a DC film. I don't mind that. It just has to be done well. And I felt like the Batman films were done well, but I just didn't like those films were based on the villain, and yeah.
Let me just finish your sentence there.
Yeah.
You liked the tone of the Batman movies because the Batman movies were made by Christopher Nolan, who's never made a bad movie.
Is that true? Is that really true that he hasn't made a bad movie?
Any Christopher Nolan movie I've ever seen, I've completely fallen in love with.
Yeah.
Think about it. Inception, The Prestige, the Batman movies. He made a lot of great movies.
Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, I might watch it again.
All right, I got a question for you.
Put my speakers on loud.
Someone asked us, what is our favorite Pokemon teams? What would our ideal Pokemon team be? Now, you've only got to pick 6 Pokemon. Don't go crazy with it. But if you don't remember, but what's your ideal Pokemon team? Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Matt. We're gonna hear about a load of Gen 1 Pokemon here.
I'm not hardcore.
All right, so let's get your perspective.
So like I've watched a lot of hardcore stuff, and I know I'm just gonna upset a lot of people who like breed their Pokemon. Dude, I have a friend who breeds their Pokemon and spend hours and hours of this making sure everything's shiny, and I'm not that guy. I like to catch whatever's around me. And I think it's more not that they're strong. Obviously, if like they're obviously weak and they're not really useful and they don't have good moves, then I'll toss them. But I think it's what I catch in the beginning of the game, and I like leveling them up. I like the feeling of leveling those beginning area Pokemon and having like a set of 3 or 4 that I really, really like from the beginning areas, and then the next 2 are like kind of like spaces for things that I pick up later on that I really like as well.
Any that specific come to your mind?
Usually, if I don't have like a way to have all 3, water, fire, and grass, I would.
Oh, are those the 3 elements you always try and fill? Those 3.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, just filling those elements and then get a thunder. I like that, even though you don't have to. Technically, you don't really have to.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean though. I know what you mean.
It just feels complete. So I guess I could go like for instance, I guess the ideal like Gen 1, what I used to do, kind of the same concept throughout. I haven't played the last 2 Pokemon games, but like I would get my Charmander because I really like the fire. I always pick fire. I just really like fire. And then I'll get like a Rat-a-Tack, then a Pidgeot, a Pidgey, and then of course upgrade it to a Pidgeot.
Upgrade. I love it.
Yeah, evolve, upgrade. Wow. What else? What else I used to pick up? If there was a Pikachu, because some of the later versions you can get like a Pikachu, in the wild or get it traded to you.
Well, you could anyway. You could in the first ones. That's all right.
You could?
Yeah, like of course you could get Pikachu. Pikachu was
How?
like a fairly basic Pokemon.
Where?
And then it followed you around in yellow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I loved it. It's such a basic thing, but I loved it. I loved yellow. I don't know why. I loved it. I like the little features that you get between games, and sometimes they just remove them, but like it makes you like
all Pokemon following you. It was a crazy feature, and from my favorite game of the franchise so far.
Yeah.
Which I currently have in my hand. So my team.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh, damn. All right, so I got my DS, all right? The last game that I really played was Heart Gold. This was the remake of the Gen 2 stuff, but with all the Gen 4 Pokemon and all that good stuff. So my team is Tyranitar, level 69. This is right at the end of the game. Mamoswine, level 73. Ambipom, level 70. Dragonite, level 55. Or that could be Typhlosion, level 67. Lantern, level 83. Lantern's awesome because it's got really cool type combo. And lastly, Xatu, level 60. All right? That is the King Pokemon team. No questions asked. All right, there you go.
Any news from your security guard in old neighborhood? The last time I saw is that I had a package that I got sent from Maker, and I had to go pick it up because the old security guard remembered us obviously and called us on I guess he still had our number and called us and say, oh, you have a package over here. And I was like, oh man, I didn't get to say bye to you last time, dude. I just wanted to say, bye, man. Thanks for all the good times or whatever like that and holding my packages. He knows how to hold a good package.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rude.
So, but the neighborhood has always been good, and I kind of miss that. I kind of miss seeing the white people with dogs and,
Wow, I remember though. It's funny, guys. This is the magic of the internet and what we're doing here. You can go back to like almost 3 years ago.
What, the homeless people? Every time I come out the side of the door, there's homeless people? That's Georgia in a nutshell.
Matt used to hate the white people around.
No,
all the white people
I
around
never said that.
And the DJ nearby.
I never said that. I
Dude,
missed the
remember
neighborhood,
when you were moving out?
not the apartment. I missed the
Do you
neighborhood.
remember when you were moving out? Do you remember when you were moving
Yes,
out?
I remember.
And the old lady was like, what was she? She was
No, it was
complaining
it was a new security guard, and she was catching a attitude that we're moving past 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right. And you were like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm not gonna stop, and I'm almost done.
Listen to the anger.
I'm not. I told her. I said I'm gonna piss you off, and I told her very bluntly. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to piss you off because I need to move, and there's what we don't have time to come back tomorrow. Like, oh my gosh. Anyways. Yeah, but our neighborhood is doing good, man. I Super Bunny Hop lives around there, so I go there often.
You get an excuse to go over there.
Yeah. So.
Hello, white people.
Hello.
I miss you.
I miss white people, man. I miss them. I'd rather deal with racism than deal with my own kind.
Are you saying that there's a lot of like homeless right near where you live then?
Not here in the SmackDown Atlanta. There's a lot of
That's really weird to me because even in London we don't have that crazy amounts of homeless.
Yeah.
I mean there are.
There's a lot. Like there's no way you go outside the door without getting stopped. There's no way. And it's where Dragon Con and all that happens. So they're just
They
all
must earn
around
a mint
there.
during that time. All the nerds flying in from everywhere.
Oh,
with
they get
thick
money.
wallets.
All the drunk nerds. And oh my gosh, they get so much money. I'm pretty sure they make more money than any of us. Anyways, have you seen Push? I have actually. Man, that's old. Do you remember Push? Have you seen that?
No.
It's like
also a torrential downpour just started outside my house. So if I suddenly disappear, it's because I'm drowning. All right.
Okay. I actually liked Push. It doesn't seem like it has good reviews, but I actually liked Push. I was totally okay with Push. Well, young me was anyway. I'm pretty sure I'll try to pick it apart like I usually do anyway. But I'm pretty sure I could find some enjoyment out of it. I liked Push. You go ahead.
Dude, I'm so weirded out right now. I'm so weirded out. It's really warm in my room. I'm shirtless at the moment. And it looks like the window might be about to break and spray me with freezing cold, bitter cold, torrential water. You know when it's raining and the wind's also really strong, so it hits the window hard. Listen to this. Listen.
Yeah, I hear it. You got some hair on your chest? You got some hair on your chest? No, he's not listening to me.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I got some hair on my chest. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
WP on One Potatoes. What other jobs have we had since beside YouTube? What ones did I enjoy or we enjoy? Do you want to go first or should I?
I was a computer technician for a while. I worked at Little Caesars. I worked at GameStop, obviously, as you've seen through the videos. And look out for the robbing video that I finished.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to record it. I'm going to record it soon and then put it up this week. But that's going to be a good time. That's going to be a good time. What I enjoyed GameStop. I enjoyed the people at GameStop. I enjoyed helping people. It was just fun. Because what I hate is going to a shop. It happens at Best Buy. Sometimes it happens at it happened at Guitar Center the other day when I was shopping around for Black Friday, looking up for headphone amps and stuff because my audio craziness is still working. I'm going through headphones, trying them out and stuff like that. These are the X2s. The people don't know what they're talking about, and it really really irks me. If you remember we were talking about what irks you, that irks me is when you work somewhere and you don't know what you're talking about. Like why not learn? Why do you first those old guys who they only know what they know and they don't want to learn anything new that's coming out, so they eventually die off because they refuse to stay relevant. There's those types of people, and then there's people who work at not GameSpot, Best Buy, who know nothing about the products that they're selling. I was in the center. This is going long. I was looking for good headphones, and this guy told me to buy a gaming headset, and I was like, why are you working inside of an audio place that has $1,000 pairs of headphones and speakers, and you're telling me to buy a gaming headset because it sounds good. And he's so stupid. He hasn't even tried open back headphones yet. If I'll be quick, open back headphones are vastly superior to the marketed gaming headsets. Okay. If that blew your mind, if you didn't know that already, then welcome to the real world. Anyways, I worked at GameStop and I liked enjoying, helping people. Computer technician, didn't like it too much. I liked it to a point because I liked building computers. I liked taking them apart. I liked fixing stuff. But computers tend to be very nasty sometimes. If along fixers out there, computer technicians, sometimes computers are stupid, and I hate them. And it's, you know what I mean. You know what I mean because you were a computer technician as well, right?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Somebody just said to you, I had someone at PC World tell me a Mac can do anything a Windows PC can out of the box, and it will do it 6 times faster.
Oh.
What do you think about that? I guess I should be on a Mac, right? How much does a Mac cost, Mac?
It's not that Mac is bad. That's not what's wrong with that statement. It's not that if you buy a Mac it's bad. No. It's the fact that he doesn't know exactly the benefits between having a Mac and having a PC and what each of them have pros and cons. That's what's the matter with that. Because you're supposed to know the product that you're selling. It's the same thing as the waiters, okay? Know what's in your food, okay? Like know your menu. First of all, know your menu. Know what's on it. Know what's on special. Oh, let me go ask my manager. No! No! I don't care. Oh my gosh. I had the waiter just like she was so busy that she was splashing stuff everywhere. But I did not care. Like she was like, when she was grating the cheese, not grating the cheese, but she was like she was taking up plates and stuff and she was spilling like drinks and stuff all over our table by accident. She's like, I'm so sorry. But guess what? She got the menu right. She got everything right, okay? She knew exactly what we wanted. She knew exactly what we couldn't eat. And I did not fault her for being crazy busy and working a 20-hour shift as she was working.
Damn.
But anyways, yeah. Sorry.
Well, I'm on a website here to go back a little
Mm-hmm.
because I'm looking to buy a Mac. All right, I don't know if you heard about this, but so I'm reading 10 reasons that Macs are better than PCs. Okay. All right, I'm going to see which ones you agree with. Okay. First of all, they say the experience. What do you think about that? That's reason 1, the experience. What do you think?
The OS?
Just say just Mac is better than PC because of reason 1, the experience. Just give me a yay or a nay on whether you you agree. All right, a nay. All right, next one. Seamless integration with iOS through handoff.
What?
It says 10 reasons why Macs are better than PC. Reason 2, seamless interaction. This is from Macworld.com, by the way. Seamless integration with iOS through handoff. Yay or nay?
What's handoff?
Well, if you're asking that question, is it important to you?
No.
So that's a nay?
Nay.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's a Mac specific program.
I was gonna buy. All right. Well, look, maybe there's some good reasons there. 10 reasons why Macs are better than PCs. Reason 3, there are too many PCs to choose from. What do you think about that? That's true. There's a lot of PCs. Do you think I get a bit confused and it's just easier to buy a Mac? Yay or nay? This is a serious website I'm reading this from.
Yeah. That's what's so funny. Yeah.
Do you want to give it a yay or nay?
Yeah, I'll give it a yay. Yeah.
All right, good. Not right.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Apple's slightly closer to getting my money here. 10 reasons why Macs are better than PCs. Security. What do you think there?
Nay.
Yay or nay? You're saying nay? Really? Come on, this is probably the least disputable one.
What?
This deserves
the
a
whole
yay.
thing. The whole thing is that you can build a PC and put the OS on it. I've known many people who've done that. Okay, it has nothing. It has nothing to do with that. Like, if you like the OS, then install it on a damn computer.
All right. Okay. All right. So there's a nay there. 10 reasons. We're almost there. Well, we're halfway. 5. They come with excellent software included.
Yeah, they do.
Really? Okay. All right. Next is build quality.
If you have to pay a lot of money for that too, though. Build quality.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Mac laptops tend to last a long time. My wife has a one that was given to her that's really old, and we had a couple. My friend had a couple, actually, 2 of them that lasted a long time. They broke after like 7 years. So I guess.
All right, they're 3 yays, 2 nays right now. You realize?
Well,
Next we
one
got
of them was
Apple.
fake.
Next we got Apple optimizes the components. What do you think about
You
that?
could just buy better components. It doesn't matter. Nay.
So that's a nay, is it? All right.
Yeah.
Macs have the best screens.
You can just buy a monitor, an IPS monitor. That's what they use. Nay.
Damn. Customer support. Is
You
that
mean
a
that-
good reason to buy a Mac?
You mean that big old store with all the red shirts? all the Mac people wear red shirts that just sit there and like, oh, can I take your order, please? Like, no, and you have to wait in that long line. Sure, I guess. Sure.
That's a yay, really. The customer support. Okay.
Yeah. It's so good.
Because people don't have Google, no.
Yeah. Nay. I'm gonna say nay because I gave you a yay before when I didn't have to. So yeah.
All right. And lastly, reason 10 that you should buy a Mac instead of a PC is because of user satisfaction.
What are they talking about? What is any of this stuff talking about? It's like the guy doesn't know what he's...
Dude, I mean, who are you? This is macworld.com. I think they know what they're talking about, right?
Right, who am I? I haven't been building computers since I was in high school, in middle school. Like,
Have you been building Macs since that time?
You're not allowed. They're closed systems. They're closed systems. The only way you can't void your warranty if you touch them. Oh, don't touch them in that way, even though it's your property. Oh, no. Oh, no, you have to take it to the Mac store to upgrade the memory and the hard drive. Oh, stupid.
Wow. I love this. To anybody who uses Macs, cool stuff. I love, like, poking you about Macs. It's so good.
I can't.
You can easily just niggle at you until you go into some explosive rant every time.
I can't explain to someone who doesn't know computers because I've known computers. I understand computers. I've built computers my whole life. I've only built computers. I've never bought a computer because I just learned it. Because it's fun. You know, that's what I did on my high school after school. Is go to my friend's garage and we just build stuff out of parts. I can't tell someone, oh, don't get a Mac because they feel a lot safer buying it if they have the money, even though you're really paying a premium for the product, for the brand, you really are. So I don't know. I can't say, oh, PCs are not confusing and that's why people buy Steam boxes or whatever like that. Pre-configured computers.
You don't have a Steam box.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
You don't have a Steam box, really?
Oh, no, I don't. That's not geared towards me. I like to build my own stuff.
You call yourself a PC gamer?
You're talking about the hand-built PCs, or you're talking about the Steam Link?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trolling.
You're trolling me. All right. Anyways, I missed a lot of questions.
Yeah, let's go just a couple more. We're like late as balls here.
Yeah. We're supposed to play something, and then we forgot. All right. Anyways, it's fine.
Yeah.
What do I have? What are you most thankful for this year? Go ahead.
Me? What am I most thankful for this year?
Both of us, yeah.
Man, I don't know. The most thankful for this year. Probably feeling a little bit more financially stable. It's a boring answer, but there you go. I think that's it. It's changed my life quite a lot.
It's very important.
It's what I'm most thankful for, and hopefully it persists. So yeah, that's probably the main one. What about you, Matt?
Kind of in the same realm, being able to have moved in a house, get a car. Blessings have been coming in. I gotta say, So how's the car?
Yeah, and the job.
Anyone who knows that taking a bus, right? I mean long commutes, taking a bus and train for years, okay? You know what I'm talking about. The difference is ridiculous. Going down the road that would usually take you an hour will take you 5-10 minutes on a car. life is better. Life is just better with a car. You know what I'm saying? And gas is not as expensive as it was like 3 years ago. Gas was like almost $4. Now it's like less than $2 now. You know, we got the car in the perfect time, and like all right, simple thing. You want to get something from the store.
Light bulb goes out in your living room. You don't have any in the house.
Or you're missing an ingredient to make something. Or you just need to go shopping in general. Going to the store and it's 8 o'clock at night. Okay? Depending on whatever neighborhood adds more value to the car. If you're in a bad neighborhood, it definitely adds more value to the car. But if in regular neighborhood, just getting up, putting on clothes, walking to the bus stop, waiting for the bus, getting on the bus, taking it to the train, getting off the train, taking another bus to, you know, your store or whatever, depending on how far away the store is from your house. That is a struggle compared to just jumping into the car and going down to the store. I am so happy. There's like, that's why when I got robbed, I didn't even care. I was just like, whatever. Like, the door was expensive, security system was expensive. I felt
Is that all installed now, by the way?
Yeah. I installed everything.
Damn, how hard was it?
It's not that bad.
All right, so let's say I go to your house with a baseball bat. What do? I smash I whack it against a window. What happens?
If you smash the window,
yeah,
the motion detector will get you.
And then what happens?
It will ring.
And
it rings. If I'm still in the house, I'll get my gun and come after you. Because you're on my lawn and I can shoot you. Because that's the Georgia law.
Is that really the law while you're on someone's lawn?
Yeah, I told you last time. Yeah.
Really?
I could kill you. Kill anyone on my lawn. If they're coming forcibly into my house, yeah, kill them. It's crazy, dude. America, as people say in the chat. Anyways.
So is the police not... All right, yeah, we talked about this way too much. Sounds cool, though.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
What am I... I already answered that. Have you played
I like
the DLC
to think,
for
by the
Witcher?
way, that one of our live viewers right now, it was someone planning on robbing you, and now they're like, oh my god, damn.
Oh, I have motion detectors everywhere, so...
I shouldn't do that.
You couldn't breathe in my house without me knowing. So...
Well, that's the big secret, Matt. This whole time I've been right behind you! Yeah, all right.
There we go. There we go. Memorable. What have you? What your memorable gaming experience? Your most memorable gaming experience
For this year?
I guess ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, I got tons of memories.
Yeah.
How can I pick one memory over the others?
Yeah. I would say there was one, I think I've said this before, when I finished Kingdom Hearts 2, the ending, the way I felt about it was ridiculous. Like, I was just so hyped. You know, like, the satisfaction of, like, button mashing, the final combos, and, like, my stepbrother sitting right next to me, and we're both like, oh, snap, yeah, this is so awesome, you know, as kids. And just finishing that and then getting the secret ending was so satisfying and extremely memorable. Extremely.
Killchain said his favorite memory is watching us play Raven. He misses the Raven.
I miss the Raven too, Killchain. I really miss it.
I'll tell you guys a very particular memory of mine. Last Christmas, me and about 5 guys were trying to play an old side-scrolling platformer from my childhood. We were all drunk. It was late, like 2 days after Christmas, and we were messing about with Christmas booze and stuff. We were playing this PlayStation 1 game for like 6 hours. We got to the final level and we were stuck on it. And when we finally got through this incredibly difficult, insane jump at the very end, we all like broke out into like this insane scream and celebration, and it was just the coolest thing. That's a pretty big particular memory I've had recently. That wasn't just me on Guild Wars 2. So there you go. It was about a year ago.
Have you watched a recent episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Well, of course. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Really?
It was very sad. Not that type of hate.
Oh, it was good hate. Sad in a good way.
Sad. It was sad hate. I wouldn't say it was good. It's just sad. Very sad. I guess that's kind of spoilers, but yeah.
Apparently, there's a teaser out for the new Game of Thrones season as well, so I'm looking out for that. That's gonna be good.
I gotta finish watching The Walking Dead when it's finished.
Walking Dead's been really good, dude. It's held strong. Mid-season finale's over. The episodes of the new season of The Walking Dead have been good.
All right.
And consistently good. Good stuff. A bit of a funny thing with some of the writing at one point, which you'll see. But otherwise, yeah, pretty good. I liked it.
Oh, wow. You actually like something. That's
What do you mean? I like loads of stuff. Is this just because I didn't give friggin' Ex Machina a 10 out of 10?
No. It's the continual hipsterness coming on, you know?
What do you mean? What is this?
Hey, arguably you can say the same thing to me because I've been a little negative too. Let's see here. What else we got? iZombie? Have you seen
Screw
iZombie?
It's terrible. It's terrible. Don't watch it.
What
it's the worst thing.
It's a show called iZombie? Sounds
Next
like an
thing.
iPhone game.
Just tell me something else I can say is terrible. All right, so I can be a hipster and be negative. I've never seen iZombie. I don't know what it is.
Okay, that's the fringe question. Supergirl's awful. Don't bother. Okay, good. I won't bother then. I really won't. I just don't like that. I don't like people ruining things like that. It's just like, well, I don't hate it, but it's just like makes me cringe, and then I walk away slowly, because season 2 of Arrow was pretty good, and then it just falls flat on its face. Season 3. Anyways, what else we have? I think
yeah, we exhausted a lot of them. People are just chatting now. We're just basically talking to people.
Who's talking there? All right, we talking.
Somebody asked me about million times what league I am in PvP. I'm right at the start. I've not really played. That's all. Thought they deserved an answer. It's not very interesting.
Any plans on a regular streaming schedule this next year? Oh gosh. See, the thing is,
this is a regular stream. Just because it's not a frequent stream, it doesn't mean it's not a regular stream.
I think he's saying as just me alone playing games. The thing about it is that it's the same thing. Like, have you been streaming every day, Winning Potatoes? I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
No. I've been streaming 4 days a week, 4 hours a day.
Okay, that's not too bad. But it's a lot of time and a lot of effort.
It's a huge amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it, other than like, squeezing it in when I can and being able to stop and go eat something and go cook something, and like I don't know if it's worth the struggle of sitting here and doing all that. Not to say I won't do streaming stuff by myself, other than VisualWood. I don't think it'll be frequent unless it's actually worth the effort, as much effort I put into it, because it's a lot to sit here and just talk about everything and be interactive. I feel like I don't want to be that type of guy. Like, I know a lot of people who they eventually fall into this mode where they're just kind of like playing the game and they
and not really talking much. Yeah.
And sometimes I'll tend to flow into that, but I if you've seen the Soma stream where I streamed 8 hours all at one time, I was talking to people, when every chance I got, and I was talking about stuff. I was enjoying myself. People were messing with me about me not figuring simple things out. The good old stuff, the Matt Casual stuff. But it's exhausting. When I do streams, I rather do something like that, because I feel like the people who stick with me throughout their whole experience, they get the full experience, and then they can watch it later, except of like me starting a game and then not finishing the rest of it because I have time to play at 12 o'clock at night, when the wife's asleep. I'm not going to stream at 12 o'clock at night. I'll be loud, and now, that wouldn't be good for my wife when she has to sleep and go to work in the morning. So,
No, it does take a lot of energy. I would stream more if I had if YouTube wasn't important, but it is.
Exactly.
And it takes a lot of energy when I finish, the days after the stream. Even now, I feel like I'd rather cut it away a bit more and a bit more and a bit more, but I don't know. It's just, sometimes it's just a question of what do you get out of it, and yeah.
Streaming doesn't really give you much unless you're running ads every single 30 minutes and stuff like that. And you don't run ads either, do you?
I run an ad when people first click on the stream, and that's it, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's basic. Yeah, that's basic. Yeah.
I don't do anything extra. Hell no.
Yeah, usually
I
people,
get like,
do like the automatic ads every 30 minutes and stuff like that. I just never did any of that because I don't want people to miss stuff.
Well, and ads don't give you anything. I can't imagine. Even if I did that, like, what would I get from ads? Like, really?
You'll get something. It's just not. It's not enough to make people.
Dude, I got
bring people
80...
out of the experience. Like I know some people hate ads. Obviously, it's basically how people make livings. Everyone makes a living off of ads. The beginning of the movie, you get ads. In the middle of TV shows, you get ads. It's just weird when it comes down to Twitch and YouTube.
Last Friday, I streamed for 4 hours and got $1.92.
Well, you didn't run ads though. If you run ads around let's just say I ran an ad because I wanted to test it out when I had 2,000 people, and it gave me what, like $10? Like
really?
that's 2,000 people, just for $10 for the ad, and that's
Hey, here's a perk though. Here's a perk.
You run it every hour, you get $10 an hour.
Well, interestingly enough, on Wednesday I never streamed at all, and I got 3 cents. So that's not money for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even stream that day. I didn't do anything.
You have to have a huge audience. What
do you think? This old Twitch racket seems like it could really give you a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people take donations. They don't like, I don't want to take your money, blah, blah. No, because that's their living. Some people give outrageous, amounts and stuff. Like you see people give like, like $4,000 and stuff like that. But like, that's their living. And when they have a dry spout where, they're sick or something like that, or, they don't stream for a week because they're out in a convention, meeting their fans or whatever, they don't have to feel like they have no money in the bank. So it's one of those things where you have to understand that if you want to see them there every single day at a certain time and they're always streaming every single day, they have to have money in their pocket or they're going to have to figure out something else. And it's that weird place,
Twitch is built on a culture of it's like in the States why tipping is such a big thing in the States, because it's like you accept that people working as waitresses and stuff are being underpaid in the first place, so you tip them to make up for it. It's basically the same culture on Twitch, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe unless you are in those top 5 games, that you don't do it for money.
You're not getting anything. Yeah, you're doing it for fun.
Your League, your Hearthstone, Counter-Strike Go, or Dota 2.
And when you see me do those long streams, like when I did Watch Dogs and Soma, which I did recently, I don't get anything for that. I do it plainly because I know you guys were gonna enjoy it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. That's it. I don't like. It's not, and this show right here, we don't get anything from this either, at all. Yeah. This is just as plain as fun. So that's why we don't care about the views. How do we get on
this topic again? What is this?
I don't.
Every
it's
time.
me. It's me. I go too deep sometimes, and I need to stop. I need to bring it out.
We're just so sour about not having audiences. It's just ridiculous.
No, we're not. We do have audiences. What are you talking about? This is Twitch stuff, though. This is Twitch stuff.
Yeah.
On YouTube, we're fine. Well, as fine as fine goes, I guess. Right. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry that we put our burden on you of just it wasn't supposed to feel that way. Wooden Potatoes always likes to make it feel that way. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. That's right. We'll cut that bit out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something I wanted to explain. Okay. I said something stupid. All right. Last time.
Oh, God.
About music, right? And
what did you say?
I said that for sometimes I feel like some music is not music.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
No, immediately after you said that, you're like, oh, I regret saying that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by
Oh God.
music.
Oh God.
Oh,
Is this
I
gonna
have to sign
be the
in.
post-show song? Is this gonna be the post-show song?
This is probably gonna be the post show song. Oh man, I gotta sign in. Okay, hold on.
Really? Why?
Because it's 18 or older. Because it's 18 or older. It's fine. Crap. How do I log into our? Oh. Wait a minute. Sorry, it'll be worth it. Oh, I can't log into to the account. That's weird. That's really weird. All right, hold on. That's fine. That's fine. Sign into a different account.
Please hold.
Please hold. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do a reverse Q&A, and I'm gonna ask the audience questions. So, what did you guys have for dinner today? It's pretty late. Hopefully, some of you are gonna go off and cook soon. Leave your responses.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I call not music.
When I want me something new, I go get me a basket and I go walk around Walmart. All the women be in Walmart. Come on. I'm going to Walmart. She going to Walmart. They going to Walmart. They be at Walmart. We going to Wally World. Walla World. Walmart. She going to Walmart. They going to Walmart.
Anyways, guys, we will see you next week for another episode of VisualWood.
Jesus Christ.
Basket.